Hello. Hello, my greenskins. No opening today because we got lots and lots to talk about. We got we got to talk about a fun someone decided to make a fatal character, unfortunately. We get to talk about something that Bob might like for Monday. We got some trailers today. And we got ourselves an ethereal dragon, and we got ourselves a Bob the Marauder. Happy Monday Madness, you schmucks. Let's get us going here today. All right. So, how is Bob today? How is Ethereal today?
Fine.
I'm so sleepy.
I know Bob wants to go to bed, but Bob can't go to bed yet. We got lots to do today, Bob. All right. So, first thing on the docket is Doomsday Diner. Bob's gonna love this game. Oh, this is one for Bob right here. You ready, boys?
Yeah.
Hit play now.
Success isn't about what you do, it's about what you serve. Serve hot dogs, be successful. Deliver justice. Sling hot dogs and handle our meat carefully while you keep things saucy. Making the customers, full. The latest in apocalypse technology is available to you. Making cleanup a breeze. There's no need to worry about what to do with all the raiders. We have the solution. Serve our authentic apocalypse flavors. Featuring the kiss goodnight. Now with more bang. The salty Sally, made from our local beans, ground to perfection. And if those dolls get out of hand, upgrade with the blaster shield for a little breather. Around here, our tools have more than one use with the right upgrade. And yes, we're fully stocked with the freshest meat of the apocalypse. Think you've got what it takes? Come and serve our one-of-a-kind flavors at Doomsday Diner, where our hot dogs are to die for.
Wait, what was that? Wait. We gotta read that.
Flavors at
Hold on.
Doomsday Diner, where our hot dogs.
Fucking goddamn trailer.
Animals were not harmed during the production of this promotional material. Customers must remain behind the blast shield at all times. As an employee of Doomsday Diner Incorporated, your safety cannot be guaranteed. Employees should wash their hands before handling irradiated food. Employees should report all mutations to their immediate supervisor. Product availability may vary due to raider activity. All ingredients are locally sourced. Within a 500-meter blast radius. Employees may result in injury, death, or termination. Survival is not a condition of employment. Termination may be literal. Mischiefs due to death require 24-hour notice. Failure to report for duty due to death may result in disciplinary action. Hazard pay is considered a state of mind. Employee well-being is our second highest priority. Please direct all complaints to Human Resources. Response time may exceed your remaining life expectancy. All promotional offers void where civilization still exists. All sales are final. So is the apocalypse.
Recruitment campaign has been approved by the following. I mean, I know it's a streamer game. I know it's going to be a super streamer game. But, you know, part of me wants to see this game. I don't know. How do you feel about it, Bob?
Yeah. Of all the games, if I was to do like what do you call it, like a business sim, okay, this one is ringing my bell a little bit. I like this. It's more up my alley.
Your thoughts on an ethereal dragon?
So you're just cooking?
Well, no. If you watch the video that's in the YouTube videos for Monday today, Doomsday, or you can watch the live stream. It looks interesting. It looks like an idea where you cook, you clean, you get you upgrade weapons that you not only use as your cook as a way to prep food and stuff. Use other stuff. Now, if you can go all Schedule 1 on this and start making chili and other weird shit, or you can get chainsaw and you can go hunting.
So it's like walking out the
Bubba's
Waffle
chili.
House.
Yeah. What was that, Ethereal? Sorry, go ahead.
So it's like walking out the Waffle House with weapons.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, next is
I want to actually have to worry about cooking and protecting myself at the same time.
Well, anybody who's worked at a Waffle House, or a Denny's.
Steve.
Yeah.
The most thing I ever saw at Denny's was a fat naked woman coming out of the bathroom naked on the 4th of July.
Oh, I saw a Denny's brawl that went for like 20 minutes. YouTube, man, that got taken down, which I'm like, ooh, that's one of the best Denny's brawls I ever saw. YouTube took it down. Bring back my Denny's fight. It's up there with the idiots who decided to bring a goddamn fucking dragon fire rounds to an indoor shooting range.
Why did you bring phosphorus shells? Why?
Oh, it's great. It's great. The whole thing. It literally ignited the whole range. It set fire to everything. And they fired off six shots. Upon the 6th shot, everything went. I've never seen that before. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, because gun range berms usually are made of rubber or some sort of foam material. Really depends on the range. If they're an indoor range with a berm.
Apparently. Quite flammable, apparently. All right. Dirt Nap Boys, you guys ready? Official trailer. 3, 2, 1. Say cheese.
Banana.
This actually reminds me of a Flash game that existed back then.
Is this supposed to be like Worms?
You play like a bug-like thing.
It feels a lot like Worms mixed with Terraria.
It does. You know what it reminds me of? A couple things I could think of. It's like a more fast-paced Worms. So, anyone want to play Dirt Nap?
It's like a 5-second game to play with your mates. Is like, sure, why not? Kind of like you'd kick up Worms whenever you're waiting for something, or play Worms on the bus.
Oh, me and you got to play a game of Worms. Eventually, Bob, I got to kick your ass in Worms. All right, so your idea, your thought process there, Mister. We got ourselves our ethereal dragon. What are you doing here? What's your thoughts on Dirt Nap?
I want to buy it. It looks like something like you would just do to kill time and nothing else.
Well, sometimes that's good. To kill a couple minutes of time. That's why I play Pokemon on my little gaming console all the time. All right, Garfield Escapes Mondays today. This is the official 8-minute trailer for the gameplay for Garfield Hating Mondays. By the way, I already hate this. This was at the Comic-Con convention. Let's hit play, boys. 3, 2, 1. Cheesy poof, go. This looks so. Why?
It feels like a fever dream.
What a treat.
Oh, and they have voice acting. This is a AAA fever dream collectathon. It feels like they took a lot of their notes from SpongeBob. What is it? Save Bikini Bottom?
No. You know what looks like they took their notes from? Bugs.
Balance Wonderland.
No, Bugsy. The Bugsy
Bubsy.
game. The 3D game.
It looks so generic.
It does, right?
Looking at it, it hurts my eyes. The yellow, the purples, the reds. It's like it's hard on my eyes.
It looks like a bunch of other games, you know, Spyro the Dragon, a lot of the Nickelodeon games.
Food. Hello,
Yeah.
vegetables.
Great. Whom do I address my complaints to?
That doesn't even sound like Garfield.
This looks so fucking bad.
It looks like it's from the early 2000s.
It really does, right? Like, I'm not the only one thinking that. Please tell me we're not wrong.
I mean, seriously, put us against the Spyro games, and it's the same quality.
I know. Wait.
Now, there's nothing wrong with going with a certain aesthetic, like you said with the early 2000s stuff, but the way this is going about it is very one note.
It is.
And I'm no critic, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, really? This is it?
It's the guy that's supposed to review
You could do so
anime.
much. Yeah, you could do so much with a collectathon. Do you think this is a way to keep the Garfield IP?
No, he always has the anarchy until he dies. Then he has an end of life where they have to keep his character. Yeah, he will constantly get money for Garfield, and they will constantly sell stuff for forever.
Yeah, it looks like I said, it looks like an early 2000 platforming game.
It really does.
God, my eyes are starting to hurt. Is it just me? There's this hard in your guys' eyes too.
Yes,
No.
it's fucking
I-
much.
No, it's more so the color scheme is really messing with me because it's like purples, reds, browns. I feel like I'm on colorblind mode.
I feel like going out and smoke.
Yum, yum.
You know when you're stressed out and you just want that cigarette. This makes me want to smoke again. I want to smoke again. I need a cigarette.
Delicious.
This really doesn't sound like Garfield at all.
No. Well, it sounds like Chris Pratt Garfield.
Yeah, my
Which
favorite
sucked.
dish.
What's my...
Hey, it's a me, Garfield.
Me, Chris Pratt, I mean Garfield. I mean Chris Pratt, I mean Garfield.
Oh, I mean, he's not the only lazy voice actor. Hello, Phil. I mean, it's anyone voiced by the guy that voiced the Phil from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Like they all, it's like he doesn't
Oh,
bother.
this looks so much like Bugsy.
Detox juice, or even better, avocado toast.
You can speak to me from in
I
there?
don't mind avocado toast. That's not bad.
Everywhere, Garfield.
I hate
Always
avocado.
watching you.
All depends how it's done. I'm gonna make homemade salsa this week, so
Delicious.
that's my game plan. I'm gonna Friday when I get
Salsa or guac?
both.
Okay.
I got a blender. I'm going for both, man.
Delicious.
I also got a bunch of chickpeas, so I could make some hummus too.
Well, some hummus.
I gotta see what my I gotta see what I need for ingredients again. I haven't made any of that stuff in a while, but this is, I don't know, this sucks. I don't like this at all. Maybe it's because I want something more from the Garfield franchise than like wannabe Banjo to Kazooie.
Finally, a proper reward.
Yeah.
Even the voice acting is so bad.
It's jarring. It doesn't sound like Garfield at all.
Finally, proper
Yeah.
reward.
Why does he sound stoned?
Finally, Bob.
I'd say when I think Garfield, I think of something with, more baritone, but also a little. Man.
Yeah. More like this. That's more like a Garfield.
Yeah, exactly. It was. I hate monkeys.
Kind of having that mode where he kind of sounds a little more like he's lazy.
Lazy and fat. Make him sound fat, because Garfield's whole character, the entirety of Garfield is him being a fat fuck and lazy. It's the whole point of Garfield, and for some reason, boomers love
like,
it.
Yum, good, too hot.
No. What? It sounds like a flavor. Yeah, so much zest.
Gotta get my spandex for the Rainbow Parade. No, sorry. That's what I was thinking. He did. No, I'm sorry. He sounds gay.
I'm not saying they made him sound very flamboyant.
They did. I'm not against
that yum. I just said he sounded flamboyant. That he just gives me a yum. No.
You. Yeah, right.
No, don't.
God. You know what? I feel bad because this voice actor sounds like he's really trying. So we're not shitting on him.
Whoever directed his lines, why did you make him sound so dry?
Yeah, he needs to sound more like this, more like, John. Like you gotta have that's how Garfield's always sounded, that mentality. But this is, I like it, but I don't like this voice coming out of Garfield.
I can't show my full potential. Let's make
Yeah.
it deep.
Wait, is that the same voice actor?
This nightmare will be nothing but a distant memory.
Can we just stop playing ball? You know what, Monday? Give me some other challenges. And if I win, you can stick your veggies under that silly hat of yours.
Right. Head to the next stream.
It actually may be the same voice actor.
It sounds like the same voice actor.
Did they give him double duty?
Maybe.
But is this made on a shoestring budget?
Yeah, we're not shitting on you, man. Don't take it the wrong way. But whoever gave you that role was really sucked at that. I'm sorry. That was bad. It didn't have that monotone. It didn't have that energy. So what do you think of the most mid game I've seen in a while?
I have a headache.
It was. Look. You know what would have been here? I got a Garfield game. I'm going to set you guys up. I'm going to give you an alley-oop for a Garfield game.
All right, set it up.
On. Okay. Escape Mondays. All right. John is going on a trip, and he can't take Odie or Garfield. And he thinks he's leaving it to this resort. This place where the animals are going to be treated really fucking good. It's actually a trap. He's actually these two really mean fucking people are running this evil animal den, forcing the animals into almost like prison cells and stuff in small cages, and they don't get food. So Garfield rallies an escape with Odie, and the whole game is those two trying to get out of this place and get into different locations. So you start off at the worst level, and your whole goal is to do certain things and set up certain things so that you can trap your opponents, lock the bad guys down, and make them suffer for your thing. So then you think. So basically every time
have some cartoon nonsense where one of them slips on a car and they end up in a kennel, and then like one of the animals closes the kennel, so now they're like stuck in there.
Yeah, and you're trying to rally the animals. You're doing stuff. Make it very simple. You know what I would do? Make it like Garfield, but escape from escape from LA type of thing, where you spend the entire game trying to sneak around, and you don't have to make it a complete stealth game, but you have to have that thing where Garfield's secretly moving around. And then he ends up like every time he closes down one facility, they end up moving him into another facility, and he has to deal with the shenanigans. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Where every time he thinks he won, he didn't win. He ends up in the more worse condition area, until he ends up in one of the more maximum security under the direct control of this lady. And then you take out whatever the name of the lady is, and you defeat her. And then John comes back and he's like, well, I guess she, takes Garfield away, and the woman wants to escape. This would be a good setup, ploy, and registration to a Garfield story for Garfield video game. You could build rallies, you can get people going, you can set all the animals up. You could even have it in a hotel room where he thinks he's getting like hotel, and each floor is progressively worse. And that only the richest of richest animals get the best food and the best all this and that and all this other stuff. But John being a simple cartoonist, he doesn't have the real cash to do what he thinks he's getting him in this really good thing. No, he gets stuck in the worst condition location. And then it's all about Garfield manipulating. And in the end, Garfield wins with him and his animal friends, and they all fucking they all end up at the top Lux area, and all the humans end up fucking in the area where they're and some duck is some dog or something like that is feeding them feeding the same crap they were forced to feed. That's how you end it. It's perfect. It can all take place in one location. You can procedurally generate it if you want to, and have a little fun with that. There you go. Perfect game. What do you think? Is that a better Garfield game than what we just saw?
I would say remove certain levels of complexity, and because I understand Garfield's supposed to be like a family game, so this would be like maybe rated E or E10 and up, for like cartoon violence and stuff. Something similar that happened was a Toy Story game. I think it was based on Toy Story 3. And literally like that daycare, except, what was it? In the daycare of Toy Story 3, it was the old toys that are running some sort of mob racket.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's just animal caretakers that are a mixture of cruelty and are not paid enough to care.
Okay. Well, okay, Bob. Okay, the Dragon. What do you think of that? Do you think that's a better game than we just saw?
Yeah, Garfield doesn't say much about how bad that game was.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say this, okay? Like Garfield, unfortunately, like I said, you're a fan of cats here. I don't know if you noticed by the big fucking fuzzballs giving you the evil grin. And she's readying the murder mittens to rip at my hand if I pet her again.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
You know Trish Trumo's I watch have a cat theme as well.
Yeah, exactly. We got our Sam. Sam is cute. I need to give my friend there some. I gotta buy her some Click at the end of the month. So tonight, let us start our fashion show tonight, girls. We're gonna get a little fancy. Let's get the fashion show going. Ooh yeah, boom 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 boom. Ooh yeah. So here we are, the new Batman for the Batman Night Fight. Batman has to fight his former sidekicks. Each one of them has become a Batman so that he can reclaim the title of the Batman. Let's start with Damian Wayne with his red eye cowl, carrying a ninja sword and a suit that combines the gray and black, and a multi-vest carrying a pistol on one side. Almost like he's wearing very similar to that of a vest. He's also carrying some other type of weaponry here. Oh, he has the sharp edges as we go down to the gray that's added to his utility belt. And then we get ourselves a nice gray pair of gloves, following up with big old black boots. What do you think of Damian Wayne's Batman?
I
I broke Bob's brain. I figured you looked at
mean, it's Batman. Could you pick anything I can give less of a fuck about? But if we're going for fashion points,
no, what do you think
okay.
of this new Batman? Like the new Damian Wayne Batman. We got other Batman to look up, but the Damian Wayne's the first one.
I mean, it's what you expect from Batman, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing about this, the knife fight is Batman is traveling through alternate realities, and he has to fight alternate versions of his sidekicks that have now all become Batman. So this is an alternate Damian Wayne. Now let's go to the Tim Drake Batman. Ooh yeah, yeah, with his blue cowl with white eyes and his yellow eccentrics. He's a man that says, "You go see me, bitch." Now with his special high-tech sci-fi utility belt and his shocker gloves. He also looks like he's carrying a ray gun for some reason. Also accented with the black and blue inlines and his nice little cape. What do you think of our Tim Drake Batman?
Doesn't yell Tim Drake. I mean, why did he?
I know, right? Yeah, I know, right?
When I look at that, I think of Batman if he took his fashion sense from Invincible.
Okay. All right, next on the docket.
Goddamn Mark Grayson wannabe.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we got ourselves our Jason Todd, the Red Hood Batman, with his blood red face armor, with his red emblem on his shirt, with his gray and black, and his multi-spiked gauntlets, carrying a crossbow on his back, carrying quite a lot of weaponry, also carrying 2 guns on his sidearms, with black armor. Are those chaps? I'm not too sure. Black armor / chaps, wearing black armor booty graves, following his black and red boots, wearing a ripped up, torn up cow. What's your thoughts on Jason Todd's?
Knowing the Red Hood, at least the Red Hood got stuff done. That was the funnest part about Red Hood, is they're supposed to see it as a bad thing, but it's like, you know, he asked a really good question. Why is Joker still alive? Why?
Okay.
Why?
Ethereal, your thoughts on?
Yeah, that is very much him. If you just literally just take the his Red Hood costume, and make it into a Batman.
Okay.
I mean, with you, I'm happy they downsized on the ears, because I always thought Batman's bunny ears were kind of stupid.
All right, last.
And at least the Red Hood's definitely going for more of a ballistic mask appearance. I respect it. I like the tactical mall ninja aesthetic that he's trying to go for. But at the end of the day, he's also trying to copy Batman, and it's like, come on, man, do your own thing. Don't be a bat. Be the Hood.
All right, last on the docket. Ooh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Black cow.
I'm going to say one moment. Let me see if I can beatbox you like the Fashion Runway, just the like as they're walking down the runway.
Black cow with a blue emblem, with a black and blue color scheme, followed up by black covered grades. Also, Mr. Dick Grayson's carrying his nightsticks, as he always does, his shocking nightsticks. Also looks like he's carrying his covered. And again, falling down the cape, he has more black and blue with the booties. All right.
Hello, totally not Nightwing.
Yeah. Your thoughts, Steve?
At least it's not going off of his original Nightwing outfit, you know, the one with yellow.
I will say this, at least he doesn't have the stupid mask, and he's going for the full cowl. All right? I'll give him that.
Well,
but yeah, it's like, don't worry, guys, I'm not Nightwing. Even though I have the same colors, and I'm just dressed in a knockoff Batman costume with my nightsticks. I'm not Nightwing.
The only one here that actually looks like a Batman who isn't a Batman. The only one that actually looks like a Batman that isn't pretending to be like, you know, Damian Wayne's version looks kind of Batman-ish. Tim Drake definitely looks like Batman, but it looks like Batman who he's gonna go take on some techie super villain. Because Batman wears different outfits. This one is the fucking Red Hood. This one
it's just the Red Hood.
Yeah.
It's just the Red Hood.
Out of all the outfits, I'm not a fan of any of them really. Like my favorite's always going to be Hellbat, followed by that weird Asmodeus one that existed a long time ago. The crazy one with the claw gauntlet was kind of neat. This one,
Wait, when you say Hellbat, is that supposed to be like Cosmonzog or something?
I'll show you. I'll go get you the Hellbat suit. 1 second. I'll get you the Hellbat, and then I'll get you Arkham Knights. I'll get you the Hellbat and the other suit.
I'm about to say, if Hellbat's Cosmonzog, does that mean Scarecrow is Zippy Totek? Actually, no.
I'll get you the Hellbat. You're gonna
Scarecrow wouldn't be Zippy Totek.
There's even toys now. This thing was only shown in one comic. It is one of the most
Scarecrow would just be like Opwash or something.
Yeah, this thing has only been used once. It was used to get.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. I think my favorite meme I've seen of Batman would have to be, it's like, no, Batman, I stole this bread to save my family, and it's just like this guy dressed as Batman beating the brakes off the camera.
Hold on.
I mean, did Oath 2 Robin become Batman anyways?
Yeah, he did. Oh, it's called Nightfall. That's what it was called.
So why copy Batman Red Hood? It's like, dude, you're the Red Hood. You had your outfit together already. Well, why are you trying to mimic mediocrity? Nah, man, stick to the Red Hood.
Okay, so this is the Batman Nightfall suit. I'll get you. It's kind of an interesting suit that he had during a period. Technically, was this I don't think this was Batman. This was someone else being Batman, and Batman had to beat the crap out of this guy to get him out. This is right around the time when Batman was beaten up by Batman was beaten. I'll kind of get into the Batman lore in a sec here. Just let me get these stuff. I didn't expect to have to go into the actual suit stuff, so give me a second here. 1 second, chat. I promise I have it all for you guys in a second. It didn't take me that long to get it all. All right, so it should be in general in a sec here, but let me do.
That's a lot of images, boss.
You asked me, dude. You asked me. I will get the images. I know. I have been collecting the, dude.
I just had a yes or no answer.
Dude, I am not a big Batman fan, but I am a Batman fan in some regard.
How about I say you're a Boatman fan? Disappointed, Chief.
I'm a both fan. I'm a Punisher fan too in a lot of ways. But
okay, there you go. All right.
Yeah,
Frank Castle is class.
I look at it like this. For Batman's bullshit, I'm kind of hit and miss. But for other people's see, Batman's no kill rule and all that shit. DC, I'm like, that's a stupid idea. But I get what they're trying to do with the character. Hold on here, I'll get.
I'm sorry, that second image, the comic panel, the spines that he has.
Let me get the people so they have their thing, man. Give me a man. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You ain't fast enough after you already posted it in general?
Oh, I could have posted it private, but
Come on now.
Don't you start with me.
Fight, 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 fight.
Don't make me turn this podcast around.
Don't make me turn this podcast around. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Hold on. I'm getting them now, chat. Just give me a sec here. Shut up. Pissing me off.
No. It's one of the images. It's making me laugh so much.
Kick your ass.
I will kick you right in your ass.
I'll kick you in your double ass. Okay.
Double ass.
I think I got all of them. Okay. So, all right. I know the lore quite well, so let's start with our with the weird Asmodeus Batman bullshit here.
Asmodeus, the demon of the pit, or whatever the hell it's called.
So what happened is, this is right around after Batman got broken. I believe. Oh, fuck off! Are you gonna do this?
Well, are we talking like when Bane snapped him in half?
Yeah, this suit was designed after that period. This is all alien tech and future tech and shit. This is the future Batman. Now, after that, we have ourselves. I'll get another costume of this. This is basically designed like during that period of him just having stupid moments of like, okay, and then he kind of goes weird if I remember correctly. He goes like, it kind of gives him a power trip, and that's when he goes kind of stupid with the super suit on.
Yeah, the leg spikes that he has in the comic panel image is like somebody forgot they're doing a Batman and not a symbiote.
Yeah, it got kind of weird.
Those are the Spider-Man little legs that they have on the little Spider-Man icon right there.
I don't mind these suits. I think the suit kind of has the interesting aesthetic, but it's like,
the 3D one's making me laugh because all I could see is Rayman from SpongeBob.
Let's see, Man Ray.
Yeah, Man Ray. That is all I can see is this Batman have an argument with Patrick Star about what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But then
goofy ass.
The suit has disappeared. I think it's been destroyed, if I remember correctly. But then we get his next suit. This suit is absolutely retarded on the Batman mythos. This was a suit he created just for like ends, like Judgment Day, Deathfall, but like shit's real.
He may have stolen some designs from Tony Stark. Fortunately for him, they're from completely different universes.
Well, the best way to put it is, I'm going to start dropping these because these are in the way. There we go. Okay, so this suit is basically, when you hear how stupid this suit is, forged in Hades with chains from Cerberus by Dionysus, the god of the forge, combined with multiple alien techs, and also used with Green Lantern powers and some other bullshit. This suit is absolutely retarded. This is his amped out suit. He's got Kryptonian metal in it. He's got all this crap. It's all designed to soup him up. The problem is wearing this will kill you. This is called the Hellbat suit for a reason.
So what they did was they just took the notes from Berserk.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, because if I'm not mistaken, the Berserk suit just absolutely amps you up, and even if something gets popped out of place, it puts it directly back in place, not compensating for blood vessels and bones. If I remember the Berserk suit well enough.
No, this just kills you. Like, apparently, like, he held his own against Bane and with wearing this stupid fucking thing. Or no, not Bane.
Dude, I'm about to say, you could kill Bane with an elephant rifle. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, he held his own against what's his name there, Darkseid. Like Darkseid was losing. Darkseid.
That was upside.
Darkseid. It's both technically. People have been arguing over that for years.
Oh, Seed side.
Yeah, it's a cool looking suit in some ways, but it is clear this is like retarded.
And you'll never see the darkest side of me. And I could just see an AMV of somebody just absolutely tizzing out, losing their minds of how cool the suit is.
Yeah.
This is on that level of edge that I'm just like, okay, Timmy, you can put the knife down. It's okay.
Yep. It's over the top. Now, I will say this.
Transformer Batman, Pacific Rim Batman.
No. I'm going to say this about this Batman. Someone made an actual suit of armor that looks like this. A plate armor.
Why?
What?
Why? There's so many flaws in this armor design. Why?
No, I know. I'm well aware. It's absolutely stupid. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of would want it.
Ew.
I'm not going to lie. It's edgy as fuck. It's edgy as fuck.
It is. You know, I have more respect for Doom because at least Doom keeps to like a gunmetal and green. I respect that, all right? The man has his color scheme.
No.
He's not like going hyper edge with red and black, and I'm just like, get out of here. All right, I like Doom for that.
He has suit variants that are like that. But anyway, we won't get into that. No, I want this. This would be absolutely
Ferraris.
Huh?
Metal?
Ferris? Like iron?
Yeah.
What's so rare about iron? Iron's very common.
I hope it's not.
Yeah, I can't remember how this was made, but this is absolutely stupid. How the bat? I'll have to look at. You know what? I'm gonna send Bob the edginess of how the hell bat suit was made. Just send that to Bob in a sec here. Give me a sec.
I'll be real with you. He also reminds me of a black and red version of Zeus, the super champion bot in Real Steel. He's just missing the piston hands. I can't take shit like this seriously at all. You show me something like this, and I'm like, all right, well, I could tell somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're doing designed it.
Okay.
There's no purpose for musculature upon machinery. It is machinery.
Bob, I'm sending this to you to read. You better get your edge out.
Oh, okay. Oh. You want me to read something?
Yeah, there you go. Hello.
Oh, I'm gonna be reading. Oh, joy, the Batman. All right, the Hellbat armor was designed by Batman and collaboratively forged by the entire Justice League. Oh boy. Superman forged the nanokinetic metal inside the sun. Green Lantern built the morphing wings. Wonder Woman tempered its durability in magical lava. The Flash tested its speed force limits. Aquaman ensured deep sea operability, and Cyborg integrated his voice-activated AI.
Yep.
Wonder Woman did what? That's the one that I'm just like, magical lava? Where the hell did you get magical lava, and what makes the lava magical?
She went to hell and used hell that had Dinogenes make hell metal for it. This thing is edgy on edge. Crawling. You know what I think when I see
and I was
this?
like, Green Lantern built the morphing wings. It's Green Lantern. You need a ring and imagination to have that shit happen. Shit's not always permanent.
No. This is so crawling.
It is, and it's like Superman nanokinetic metal inside. Okay. Inside the sun, yeah. Superman can go into the sun, and here's the problem with going into the sun. if you find metal inside the sun, I like Thero Dragon said, I hope it's not iron. Because that means the sun has signed its death warrant.
No. This shit is absolutely
speed test limits.
Yeah.
What did you do, Flash? Did you run while carrying the suit?
No, it's meant to be the Ubermensch suit. There's also
Aquaman insured. See, the funny thing is, they will always shit on Aquaman because Aquaman insured deep sea operability. And it's not the hardest thing to do. It's like I'd imagine Aquaman would have something else to do besides deep sea operability.
Like,
and instead of yeah, maybe something like that, or yeah, have like some sort of communicator where you can speak to certain animals. Have other heroes dip into that. So if I don't know, hypothetically, you need to hear if the squirrels knew about something, you get Squirrel Girl's language software put in there or some shit. I know she's Marvel, but hear me out. Yeah, it's like wouldn't Aquaman have like some sort of mystical metal of Atlantis that he could find?
You would think so.
Yeah.
Also, we got ourselves
because deep sea functionality is like such a footnote when it comes to something being combat capable to protect a world.
I got one more suit to show you. Maybe we'll show the chat.
And the Cyborg with the AI, I was like, okay, but I know Cyborg can do a lot more than just voice integrated AI. What they did was they made the Hyper Edge Iron Man suit for Batman.
Yep.
And what is that? What is that? That's a Pokemon.
That is the Justice Buster armor.
No, they made Hulkbuster for Batman. Man, you know that one interview with like the rapper where he's like, he stole my whole flow, bar for bar. It's just like I could see Tony Stark doing the same shit.
That is the Justice Buster armor, and that thing is retarded. Like I'm telling you, these like Batman has.
That's a Pokemon. That's a Steel type Pokemon right there.
Yeah, that is the Justice Buster armor. This shit. This isn't the most weirdest Batman armor we have ever seen in the Batman universe. There's some other shit out there that's even more stupid than that.
But I say, if you showed me this image and said it was Ben 10 comics, I would have believed you. Because it also looks like an alien that could come out of Ben 10.
It really does. All right, boys. Last suit of armor before we get to the other stuff.
Well, joy.
But I'm showing the chat. All right, chat. There you go. The Justice Buster.
Also, kind of looks like a Mayroot.
Also, got its ass kicked by Superman in the Justice League when they actually fought him.
Oh yeah, it's Superman. His power knows no limits.
Except for kryptonite gum.
Yeah. But then again, to be fair, isn't kryptonite also deadly to humans because it's just uranium?
Radioactive, you mean? Yes.
It is radioactive.
You will get radiation poisoning, but it would take long, though.
It takes way longer, yeah. And you technically can build an immunity to it eventually, like you can.
Oh, with what Lex Luthor did, didn't he like inject himself with it and started getting torqued on kryptonium?
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, but you can actually become stronger by it. But Batman, when Superman beat him, pulled him out of this, he actually chewing on gum and he spit the fucking saliva with the kryptonite into his face, into his eyes. Because he knew Superman had a bad habit of getting up close and personal. And so he used it.
Why are the heroes fighting again?
They were all infected by a form of Joker serum.
Oh, is this the Breaking of a God plotline where Superman accidentally killed his girl?
No, not that.
Okay.
That's the Injustice League thing. All right,
okay.
Next on the list.
It's hard to keep up with all these plots. They get even more and more nonsensical as you go.
They do. So let us start speaking about nonsensical.
I always saw
Hopefully-
like heroes fighting other superheroes in like some sort of Civil War context or differing ideas was such a cop out.
So
It really is just having drama for drama's sake.
All right, so Cam Sandwich, a man who has been part of that. If you can put his link in the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah, let me get right on that, boss.
Yeah. Someone made a Fatal character. The man named Cam Sandwich decided to make a Fatal character. Holy fuck, was this stupid. So for those that don't know, Fatal is a really stupid tabletop game. Someone decided to make something so convoluted and absolutely stupid. It was dumb. It was silly. It was fatal. And it took this man to make this 11 hours. One character took 11 hours.
Yep. You know, last time I heard about Fatal, it was around 2015, 2016. Seeing this resurge, I was like, oh man, I feel old now.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so 500 rolls. Now, was it like details for detail's sake, where it was like rolling for eye color?
We haven't gone to that yet. We haven't even got to the rolls yet. I just got to the 11 hours. Give me a second.
Oh, come on, Chief. Gotta go faster. Gotta have all the information on deck. Come on.
663 rolls was what it took to get his character up and running.
God damn.
663 rolls. Wow.
I wish I had some Tylenol.
Imagine that. Oh, I watched the whole thing in its entirety. It was stupid.
Yeah, it sounds dumb. I ain't gonna lie, boss.
Highlights of this rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking time. I'm bringing energy. I'm getting the energy going. Let's speed up. Slow. Relax.
Fast now.
No. Some of these rolls include rolling your skills at an infant's age. Like
So what? You got to roll up breathing so you don't die as a toddler?
spitting, screaming, talking, all those have points that can be used for future abilities that you have to pay for your skills. For a character that's 22 years old, he had to make 22 rolls extra to make the character. Followed by determining if he was a slut for his character. By how big of a
If his character was a dame of the night.
No, literally by determining how freaking what's it called he was. Now keep in mind some of the races, the oldest races are near 1,000 years old. Some of them are 2,000 to 3,000 years old. So imagine having a rolling for 3,000 years, starting at year 0.
Why? It serves no purpose. Stop adding shit.
Yep.
Got it.
Determining if you had a job.
This gets into like rule block really quickly. You don't want rule block in a gaming system.
This got so convoluted at the end of it when he was finally done, which was again 11 hours, 600 and something rolls, 663 rolls. He still had to make he decided to make one last roll, which was 3 dice to determine if he rolled correctly to make an actual role for his job of being a groomer.
Being a what?
A groomer, a guy who grooms horses, a horse groomer.
Oh, yeah, like animal groomer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you turned away from your mic and we're like, a what? Huh?
A groomer, horse. Yeah, a horse.
Okay,
groomer.
yeah. It's like, trim the hair, brush it, make sure it's healthy and fed.
Yep. And if you have to roll 3d10 to make any roll in the skill, determining if the DM agrees to that roll. This is one of the stupidest roll systems I've ever seen. Back in the day, they used to have a way of you could generate a character. They'll give you like a character generator to fix the problem, but that no longer exists.
Hey, Chief, how many dice would I have to roll if I wanted to be a fisherman?
Why would you have to roll any?
Yeah,
just roll
I would say that's the logic. See, that's a smart thing to do, but in Fatal,
well, to be a fisherman, you would have the only thing you have to do is just buy gear and find a place to fish.
Yeah. To be a successful fisherman takes some skill. You usually involve a roll, maybe an intelligence roll of some sort, but that's about it.
Maybe a dex roll, something to roll.
Yeah, to properly catch it. Yeah, maybe a strength roll if it's something big. Not much, really. You can make
try to get into where you wanted to go.
Yeah, for one.
The airplane's flying pretty high over our heads.
Yeah,
look at it go.
Yeah, so imagine you can you can cut this down from those rolls to 6. Okay, he made 3 roll for 1 roll to do 1 successful groom. You could essentially fish and maybe get 6 or 7 fishes on the same amount of roll.
Yeah. I believe some understood my point, other ones didn't. I understand in what we play, yeah, it really is just get equipment and call yourself a fisherman if you're successful enough. In this game, is it up to a dice number if you'll even be able to do that job, or am I going to have to be, I don't know, what do you call them? Am I going to have to do a hussy job,
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to review the anime shadow skill.
Damn, moving on quickly, ain't we?
Well, what else can we do? Do you want to add anything else to the Fatal situation?
I'm just giving you grief. Go ahead.
I mean, I've never played the game, and I don't ever plan to play the fucking game. It seems like an absolutely retarded game.
I'm just giving you grief, Chief. Shadow skill. Where to start? I guess the first thing that got my eye was the animation style. I guess that's like the first thing you'll see because that's the whole medium itself.
It's equally sucky and good.
Yes, yeah, I did notice the bad parts where it was like, oh no, their faces just looked warped. What happened to their faces?
Yeah.
My goodness. All around, I kind of like the main character. If I may be so bold, she feels like the female version of I can't remember his name, the Monkey King.
Yeah, Luffy. No, not Luffy.
Not Luffy. No.
Wukong.
Wukong. The big thing that gave it away is not just because she considers herself like the queen of deadbeats and all that. As Wukong was growing into his own story, he was kind of a deadbeat, had some bad bets and all that.
Yeah.
But it's the way her hair kind of comes up around her cheeks and is like, I've seen Wukong depictions where he has like mutton chops or, sideburns that come down all the way to his jawline. So it's like, okay, yeah, this is kind of like the female Wukong story in a way.
Yeah. It's an interesting series on some levels, and I kind of like the aspect. I kind of like the draw. There's definitely, my friend made the joke. This is definitely one of those waifu bait animes where, like, the main character. The main character technically is her, but it's also like her brother, and he's surrounded by like waifu bait. And it's like it's kind of one of those waifu bait animes. What's your thoughts on this, Ethereal? What's your first impression?
Ethereal?
Did we lose Ethereal?
I don't know.
No, okay.
I said it seems fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the story takes place. This person is the 58th of her line of super
Ninth.
cool.
99th.
Yeah, 59th of her super cool like martial arts stuff. Like she's like the best of the best, the top skilled warrior. And it's her story of her going around being that. Meanwhile, she has a brother who she's trying to teach to be the most strongest of the strong. Now, the funny thing is, if you look at their costumes, they're absolutely fucking absurd. Like hers is absolute laugh out loud funny. His is also kind of funny. And even when
it doesn't mesh is the biggest takeaway I have from it, because you look at what everybody else is wearing, and I understand you have the important characters dressed a little differently, but it's like looking at the technology of the time, it's like, why are they wearing like modern / 80s style leotards like you're going to the gym? Meanwhile, everybody else is wearing like cloth clothes. I would have understood if she wore like a gi or like, some martial artists would traditionally wear.
Yeah. Everyone wears Roman guard. She doesn't. She wears like this over the top. Even her friend and the other girl that they get. All of them wear outfits that are either one clearly accentuates their body parts in big ways.
Oh yeah, you got that the one chick that uses the talismans, and I'm like, girl, if your shoulder pads are any wider, you would not fit through a door frame.
Well, apparently those shoulder things, the little frills on the one side, is actually talismans that she could pull from and cast spells.
Okay, but the other one where it's just a big poof, it's like, come on now.
Yeah, the other one they get later is like a huntress, and she's kind of a short girl, but she has like her outfit extenuates her on every fashion.
Why does she sell a Milo?
Yeah. You know what? It is kind of funny that each character, like I do make the joke. Every character has an overextend. Even the male guy kind of has that overextenuated. Like look at what he's wearing. His gauntlets are absolutely silly. It looks like he's wearing a thong from behind. His like all his.
Oh yeah. That man is. Especially with the black, it looks like latex, and it's like, you don't look like a fighter to me. You do not look like a fighter to me, my boy.
Yeah. You know what makes it funny? I almost I was trying to remember the name of this anime, but in my brain I couldn't figure out the name of it for a while now. When I first put it on, when I first found an actual image, I went, wait a minute, is this a hentai I watch? Am I going to be sending?
It has that feel. It has that vibe with the art style. It does.
Yeah. I thought this was like a 90s hentai. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can send people to this. But it's not. There's not that much sex in it. It really isn't.
I haven't found any so far.
What's her name? Comes across as beyond stupid. Like, this thing blows up or whatever, and then she literally catches it on fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she is a over the top, very Wukong.
She's a shonen protagonist. But yes, that's another thing that added into the Wukong thing is like, yeah, she has a lot of debts. She's dumb as a brick, but goddamn is she skilled at the fight she does. It's kind of the whole point of the character. Welcome to shonen protagonists.
Yeah, even her brother's dense as fuck. There's an episode where the Huntress girl gets someone gets the hots for her and starts sending her letters, and because of how it's worded, it where the one girl figures out what it is. Oh, the older girl, the one that uses the talisman users, she realizes, oh, this is a sexual, like, oh, this is someone sending a love letter. When she
Yeah, a
tries
love letter.
yeah, when she tries to make Gal jealous, it turns into like they both him and his older sister, which by the way they're not related, I don't think.
No,
I need to see their parents. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, they're not really related, and they're not related. That's not her little brother. It's something that she took under her wing to train him in the martial arts. What ends up happening with the character, with both characters, they both believe that this is actually secretly an assassin to kill her. And so they both try to figure it out. They thought, like, because he wants the heart. They're going to come and kidnap her today and stuff. And it's this over, like I said, and again, they over accentuate the sexualness of like the characters in some way, shape, or form. Like each character has a vibe that comes off that like that. But,
and then you have me who sees how the characters fight, and it's like, okay, so you tell me Mr. Demon Mans is going to let you do your whole spiel with, okay, you got the talisman lady who's like, talisman, reveal thyself, and it's like a whole little poem or speech.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have like a little whisper language, like the Outlaw Star, the Space Mages, how they do like the little whisper? At least that could be subtle. You don't exactly know what they're saying. You could be doing something, but you don't know what spell they're doing unless you are aware of their techniques. These people are just like, this does this, and it's just like, what? Shut up! Don't tell the opposition.
I love that. I am invincible. My fighting technique is that like they shout their chi. It's all about the incorporated that aha when you're breathing and stuff. It's all that. Like
sword kick, flaming fist. And I was like, okay, maybe this was supposed to be like your Saturday morning cartoon or something.
Yeah. No, it's all about that martial arts with the breathing, where it's incorporated that you do breath when you fucking punch and kick. It's kind of that energy.
Yeah, it's why boxers make snake noises.
Yep.
That's why I always referred to it as your fists are snakes that are striking out.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Or when martial artists go ha 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 when they're kicking and stuff. That is all about the breath.
And then anime goes
Or oh, my shadow technique is unbeatable, or my balls are hot.
Look at this constellation. Meanwhile, the demon guy is just looking at you like, okay, I guess the director tells me to stand here, so I guess I'm gonna stand here. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? And the director just nods at him. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Yep. The ball in my asshole.
I have mastered the ball knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not something for me.
I chew on nails and crack lightning. Yeah, I know. I get the thing.
Yeah, and then you had the arena fight where I guess you do like some sort of like blood thing where you jib your finger on the unicorn horn and like put a.
Yeah, the greatest hero of all time is a man by the name of Scar. He's the most
Scarface.
Scarface, yes, because he has a big scar on his face that was given to him by his former friend. And that is that.
Oh, it's an homage to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly, before I knew about Scarface, I thought it was like a tally system, like you are declaring yourself as a fighter in this arena.
No, it's all about Scarface's. It's to incorporate. It's a respect system. Because the martial law and the martial soul, like that, the shouting and shit, that's based off the techniques that have been built through these fighters and what they've done. It's all about that vibe and that energy. These characters are. The music in itself is okay.
I like that intro. The intro music's good. I like that.
You know what? Can I be honest? This very much reminds me of the Tales of Phantasia series. The Tales series.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Okay, for those that don't know, there's Tales of Phantasia, Tales of Symphonia. There's like a huge series that's been around.
Yeah. I'd say, if I remember correctly, one of the characters you can have in your party is Rapide, and he's like some sort of dog / wolf. And he's like a ninja wolf, and he has a skill where you can, whenever he attacks, he has a chance of looting the enemy. So it's good for like grinding out loot.
Yeah, it's a good series. It's very fascinating in the way that they had it had that vibe to me. It also reminded me a lot of Slayers in the art style. The characters, everyone's kind of wearing basic garbs, and here you have these super garish, over the top.
Oh, dude, when what was it, like the 7 Guardians showed up to watch the arena fight? I was like, oh my goodness, what am I looking at? Because you have the one chick, I assume she's a mage of some sort, where her midriff is showing. I swear she reminded me of one of the aliens from Space Battleship Yamato.
Oh, but Bob, there's a later scene where they want to get into a fight with the 4 Devas, which are basically the 4 great masters of 4 different countries. And when one of them decides that the girl's like, okay, I'm going to get in a fight too. I'm going to draw my sword, and her armor that she wears literally says, "Sword cannot be drawn. This is not valuable to do." Like basically, it's a waste of time to pull your weapon because she's so fucking dangerous with her sword. These characters are over the top. It's everything about this.
It's good bad. It has that bad and good, and like Ethereal Dragon said, it is mid. But if you can't think of anything else to watch, just watch this. It's not bad. It's a good time waster.
It does get better, but it has that moments where you're just like, meh. It's very similar to a Tales game. Tales games are great mid playthroughs. I'm sorry, I kind of feel that way a little bit about the Tales.
Oh yeah, Tales Desperia and shit.
Yeah, they're good games, but they're kind of mediocre for me. That's just how I've always felt about them.
I remember the banter between some of the characters. What was it, like some kid was getting angry at the fire mage. They got in an argument because they're in a desert. And it's joking off the fact that the fire mage, she's a hothead and all that, and it's some bickering.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with like another famous RPG game I kind of liked that never really took off was the Lost Rogues Gallery or Rogues Galaxy. The Rogues Galaxy game is equally good and shitty. It sucks. The second you get to a dungeon, you're just like, fuck, this is a slog. Until you get to a dungeon, it's kind of an okay game. Interesting stuff. You get to the dungeon. Fuck, this is a slog. Even the final boss battle is absolutely just kind of mid. But the game itself, it has unique ideas. That's kind of how I feel about this. It's kind of how I feel about Tales games. I find Tales games are kind of mid, at least for me. I think Star Ocean were they say same guys I believe made both games. I think the Star Ocean franchise, especially Star Ocean 2, kind of had my love towards that type of game franchise. All right, so what do you guys think about this game?
Game?
Oh,
there's a game?
Sorry. Yeah, show. My bad.
Okay, I was about to say I didn't see any gameplay.
Yeah, no, I was gonna play. I'm actually gonna be looking at. I'm thinking of the video game ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
So thoughts, boys? What do you want to rate this fucker?
It's a solid C.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say anywhere from a 5 to 6 out of 10. It's not atrocious, but it's not anything I would consider my favorite.
Yeah, it's a 5.9. Something I haven't watched it in a long time, and I couldn't remember the fucking name of it. I was like this. It was bugging me because I remembered the shadow skill thing. I was remembering all these weird techniques and abilities that they fucking had.
And don't worry, I get a lot of reminders of certain other anime that shall not be named, just from the art style and the appearance of the demons.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. I know the feeling. Okay, so there we go, guys. We are done the main segment. We're gonna get to the gameplay tonight. And what are we gonna play tonight, boy?
What are we gonna play tonight?
I was thinking about that.
And by we, I mean the chief.
Well, Bob, you could always put on the shooter, and we could play that. We could always
Put on the what?
you could always put on the shooter. We could have played some Heretic tonight. We could have played some Marvel Alliance.
If it ain't Songs of Conquest, I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah, okay. What are we gonna play for tonight? We did play some for a vast future. We could get back to that. We could play some more Fallout, but I don't feel like playing Fallout tonight. I was thinking of playing some Songs of Conquest, but playing it by yourself's kind of mid for at least a live stream.
Yeah.
We could play the final. We could play those other games. Well, I was thinking of waiting for those to play those another day. You know what? No, I can't. I could go back to Scald Bard, but fuck, I don't think anyone even remembers where we are in that one. I haven't played that one forever. I could play some more Keep Driving. All right, chat. What do you want? What games? Keep Driving. We could play some Keep Driving. We could play some Deadly Premonitions. We could play some Nightmare Reapers. So there are our pick, boys. What do you want, chat? If anyone's listening, anyone wants to put a name up, you can put one up now. Keep Driving is 1. Nightmare Reapers is 2. We'll add a game of. We'll add Space Stardew Valley so Bob can get bored. Come on, chat. Give us one. Put in the link in the script. Come on. Come on. Don't make me roll. I'll roll. I'll roll, fuckers. Okay, fuckers getting rolls. Sorry, guys. You're getting the roll. All right. So 1 will be Keep Driving. 2 will be Space Bob Horror. 3 will be what should we be? 3. 3 will play Hexen or Heretic. Four, we will play Deadly Premonitions. 5, we'll play For a Vast Future. And 6, I will let Bob pick. All right, here we go. Rolling. 3. So that is. Was that not Heretic Hexen? Guys? Was that not Heretic Hexen?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was 3. Okay, so Bob, heads or tails? I'm gonna flip ahead.
Heads.
All right, it's tails, so it's Hexen time. It's Hexen time, boys. We're playing Hexen. It's all your fault. I wouldn't mind playing some Nightmare Reaper tonight. I guess no one wanted to pick though. Alrighty, let me get the game up for tonight. Alrighty. should be popping up soon, hopefully. Oh yeah, it's there. All right, boys, get ready to see a cat disappear, hopefully, in a couple seconds. Nope, cat not disappear. Cat disappear now. Meow. There we go. So, tonight is Hexen. Tonight is Heretic, sorry. All right. Where were we last at Hexen? I believe we were in... Well, we're gonna go. We were not in Hell's Maw. We were in this. We were not in the City of the Damned. Where were we? I think we had beaten this game, so we're gonna go back out, and we're gonna go back out. We're going to change game. I believe we were we not in Hexen? We were in the new series, weren't we? Yeah, we were in Stigmat's Demise, I believe. We were in Dome of Spiral. Thou needed to Wetners. Okay. Now, no God mode, but I am going to...
All you like is 1999?
No, I'm going to add some. I'm going to give myself the weapons. Fucking yeah, I'm going for a weapon. I'm going for the weapons, boys. We are going weapons today, boys. I want my weapon. Tonight is weapon. I am definitely going for the weapons. I want to have some fun. So, yeah, no, otherwise, yeah, I do like this game. It's actually one of the more fun shooters out there, I think, personally, from back in the day. Was it brutal? Yes. Did I absolutely love it anyway? Yes. I have beaten this on the harder settings, but I see no reason to play it on the hardest settings. It's kind of like, It's like people who play these games when they're like, oh, I'm going to play it on the absolute, I'm going to play it on like, die like a bitch mode. It's like, yeah, I'm here for the power fantasy. I'm not here for the die like the bitch mode. If you want to play the game for the bitch mode, I get you. Good for you. Don't put me in Ultra Nightmare or Nightmare mode.
The Confucius philosophy of CBT.
What's that?
CBT?
Yes, what's CP? What's C? That?
Cock and ball torture?
Oh, okay. I didn't know the meme. Thank you.
Yeah. If you want to suffer, by all means, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Enjoy your suffering.
Yeah, like...
Go ahead, play Doom Eternal. Play Doom Eternal and don't dedicate yourself to one weapon that you actually enjoy and swap through the whole weapon wheel. Like a squirrel hyped up on crack.
Yeah. Well, Bob,
I've seen the quote-unquote ultra high-level gameplay of Doom Eternal, and I was like, I can't even tell what the hell's going on. It's just a bunch of nonsense at this point. Where do we even play?
Bob, you don't like constantly pressing the reticle, like doing this every 5 seconds?
Oh no! So you're not swapping through your weapons. You gotta keep swapping through your weapons. You gotta take one shot with one weapon, swap to another, then swap to another, then another. Do the same one shot after that one weapon cycles back through. Keep going. You ain't done cycling. And it's just like, bro, no. I ain't here for this stupid stuff. All right. Oh, you want to maximize DPS? Well, the fastest way to maximize your DPS is lowering the difficulty. That's a really fast way of increasing your DPS. I know, wild, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not doing this shit, but you understand exactly how this shit is just kind of stupid. How they'll oversell that mentality of, oh, you're gonna play it this, you gotta play it this way. It's like, nah. No, like it's the same thing with zombie games. Let's be fucking.
Zombie games?
Okay, so zombie games, the harder modes for zombie games. Okay, though that's kind of cool that exists. All right, great. But here's my problem. How do you make a zombie any more powerful than a zombie should be? If you are a rotting corpse,
I'm about to say you gotta have it to where it's not necessarily Walking Dead, but more like Green Flu from Left 4 Dead, where it's more of a mutagen rather than a walking corpse.
Yeah, but like I said, like a good example of this is the Resident Evil game. I enjoy it.
Oh, you're talking how a zombie goes through a Crimson Head and then a liquor?
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's cool. It adds flavor to the zombies. It makes it so you have multiple different zombies. Okay, I'm fine with that. What bothers me about that is a very simple thing. Okay, it's still a corpse. It's still
a human meat bag. A 45 ACP should absolutely splatter that skull like a balloon.
Yeah. If I'm firing, dude. If I'm my favorite quote from a game was, if you're firing a heavy machine gun and your ass can't fucking defeat the monster with the heavy machine gun, then that is that game's problem, not you. That is the game being wrong, not you.
Yeah, but I would say Resident Evil has this nasty habit of gun calibers don't matter unless it's a very unique piece, like Broken Butterfly, for some arbitrary reason. If I'm not mistaken, Broken Butterfly is what, like a 44? Maybe a 357? Yeah. It's nothing crazy. And I understand, okay, Red 9 not as powerful, okay, not as powerful, but it's still a 9 Parabellum. Alright, and then you want to go up to God's Caliber, 45 ACP. I'd say as a balloon with skull fragments, I shouldn't have to shoot you multiple times. It should be one head pop. The only time there's ever a two is if like the parasite worm comes out and still pilots the corpse. That's it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they also I had to drop that cheat code. It also gave me the keys and like
People forget how powerful 50 BMG is. Yes, the Barrett 50 cal is powerful. But for some reason, the Browning machine gun that also fires 50 is just nerfed to the dirt. It's like, dude, that's a 50 right there. That's it. That puts holes in buildings.
Look. All I gotta say is, man, when you a good example of when it comes to weaponry is when you realize, oh yeah, that like when you see like, you know, like. See, the problem is I read Soldier of Fortune and other things. When you watch a guy's head explode, and that's supposed to be a weapon that's like the basic bitch weapon in some games. It's considered like, oh, the assault rifle wiped that man out.
Depending on the time period it was printed, it was either a 7.62 NATO or a 5.56 NATO. It could also have been a 7.62 RU or a 5.45 RU.
Yeah, but that's disturbing when you realize how much damage that did to a fucking man's face.
Well, it may be disturbing to you, but it's not disturbing to me because it's just... Yeah, people often forget guns are powerful for a reason. They do their job for a fucking reason. It's only in media where this disconnect happens.
Yeah, exactly.
No. We wouldn't be using these if it took multiple shots to kill a guy. We would be ramping stuff up in a very different way.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to be, I was talking to a friend of mine about that when it came to, like, certain games. And I'm like, you know, there's the, like, you just have too much when a guy has all these extra fucking, like, if you actually think about it, the normal modern wipe out alien shit, most other shit would be like, oh, dead. It's like, yeah, then at that point, I have to take in consideration that, yeah, no, the guns are a little too weak when you're just...
Oh, dude, yeah, 50 BMG absolutely tears.
Yeah.
Which is why it doesn't matter what BOW you throw at it, unless the thing's a Leviathan, you may need something a little larger, but oh yeah, 50 can go ball. Especially if it's 50 explosive. Or you decide to, you know, call up the Marine Corps. It's like, hey, can I have that belt-fed 40mm grenade launcher? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Why would that be too hard for BSAA or STARS to pull off? Come on now.
Well, STARS actually, okay. STARS makes a little sense, because they were railroad. That whole scenario was a railroad, was a railroad job. It was a screw from square one to square two. Information post-movement going out did not
keep
go
talking.
out.
Bathroom break for me, but keep talking.
No problem. Well, Serial could pick up if he knows anything about the Resident Evil franchise. But no, that was a screw job back in the day. If you guys are wondering why that was a screw job, no, that's what happened there. That was a screw job. Like, they got fucked over hard. In the end.
Yeah, what way?
Well, for one, the calls to get out were fucking muted. Two, even though shit was going real, they cordoned off the city at the time so that people couldn't get out, determining that there was a BO job. Three, they notified other organizations. Four, the military wasn't the military, it was legitimately Umbrella. It was Umbrella's own military that cordoned off the location. 5, they killed all communication coming in and out to the location. Like, by the time STARS actually got out, like the members got out, like,
I'm back.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
The military, the PMUs, because that is pretty much what Umbrella security forces are. They are mercenary units, or was it paramilitary? They're PMUs.
Yeah.
They are trained to fight BOWs, but nothing says they can't disguise themselves or claim authority. They're PMUs.
Yeah, so they legitimately covered their tracks in a big way, and then reporters that had actually gotten information were legitimately, like, they were stopped.
Oh yeah, or outright killed / infected.
Yeah, they were infected as well.
I wasn't thinking about Raccoon City, because everybody knows Raccoon City was a racket. I was thinking more like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 4 and 5. Well, 4, no one knows where the fuck. No, 4 was in a place that, like, was in a small little shit town that no one even knew existed. It wasn't even on a map.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I still understand 4 holds a little less water because that's Leon himself being sent to look for a person.
Yeah.
He's not going to have the most backup in the world. But Resident Evil 5, they had, like, BSAA units in Resident Evil 5. They had dudes in there.
Yeah, Resident Evil 5. Now, Resident Evil 5, I can actually explain what Resident Evil 5 too. I can actually explain how Resident Evil 5, they had no idea what the fuck they were getting into. At the time, Chris was like, oh, we're not 100% sure what's going on here. And then they like, oh shit, no, this is actually way worse than we think. That's Resident Evil 5 for you. Resident Evil 5 was like an oh fuck situation. And again, no one knew 100% what Las Plagas was, because the only report that actually ever existed of Las Plagas was the few things Leon got out and the few things Ada Wong got out. Both individuals did not get a proper report on that. And all the shit completely covered up because the president did not want the scandal of his daughter being infected by a plague. By a very dangerous plague. So all that shit got covered up according to the lore.
I could see some cover-ups happening and all that. Dude, Leon Kennedy's rap sheet makes not a goddamn lick of sense. It's funny, though. They're like, he got all this training, X, Y, and Z, that. But, with BSAA, I'm surprised they didn't have any auxiliaries outside of what showed up in-game. It's like, mate, your units are disappearing. If you don't report back, there should be a signal or a sign for this. It's like, hey, Unit Alpha did not report back in over 48 hours. What do we do? You should have fallback plans based on that.
Well, they apparently did, but shit was going south, and he also had like counter ops going on with other individuals, not including that, but other things.
It explains why Chris Redfield became such a dick in what was it, Resident Evil Village? Why he is just like not sharing anything. It's like, yeah, I'd probably be really sour too if I survived. How many apocalypses at this point?
4, 5 at that point, because technically some of the movies are canon.
Okay, yeah. One thing that was funny to me was in Requiem, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, was, okay, Doctor comes around with a chainsaw. He looks infected. Leon doesn't do anything immediately until the nurse gets ripped apart by the chainsaw, and I'm like, Leon, your reaction time should be like quick. That's obviously an infected individual.
Well,
come on now. Come on.
Leon at this point, I think, is in his 40s or 50s. He also...
Oh, dude, he is a fossil right now.
Yeah, both Leon and Chris should be in the 50s right now? No. Chris should be in his 50s. And then Leon should be in his 40s.
40s.
Yeah.
I think it's actually said like Leon is in his 40s. I think he's like 42.
Yeah, 41, I believe, would be the canonical age. And I know they're remaking Codename Veronica, so that would be.
I'll say this: what I want them to do for Resident Evil series is do a continuation based upon the Wolf Squad that Chris Redfield pulled together. So whenever Chris and Leon retire, have those guys retire. All right, they're too damn old to be doing shit. Right?
Yeah.
The Wolf Squad that Chris Redfield put together is like, that would be an interesting story. To see these guys continue on with X, Y, and Z. Yeah, sure, they could probably be their own free agents if need be.
Yeah.
BSAA is like, hey, go investigate this area, and you're playing this new Resident Evil game as one of the Wolf Squadron, or whatever they're called, Wolf Squad.
They already tried that with Resident Evil, the infamous Resident Evil 6. We all remember Resident Evil 6.
I don't.
Yeah, that one went tits up real fast. We're counting Resident Evil 6.
Remind me what Resident Evil 6 was?
That was the one with Sherry Birkin, the 22-year-old Sherry Birkin, and Wesker's son, and Sherry Birkin were in a weird bio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember 6 at all. But no, what I was saying with the Wolf Squad is these guys are trained BSAA guys. Yeah. And I'm not saying don't do another Operation Raccoon City. You don't have to do that. You could literally just make a Resident Evil 5 style game if you want to. With all this new technology that you have, and then you can have another cool co-op experience or whatnot. Because people love 4 and 5.
Bob, can I be honest with you? If we're not playing in Resident Evil, if we're not playing in Raccoon City, no one gives a fuck. It's not, and it sucks in a lot of ways. I agree with you. I know.
Yeah. It's like, stop trying to harken back to Raccoon City. Yes, shit happened. City gone. Why are we coming back to this in Requiem? I don't care.
Of Mammo Berry.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the reason they did it. I mean, hell, they brought back Wesker's clone as a callback to Wesker.
Yeah, I know. But here's what made me laugh. When I watched that. I remember because Leon going into that was kind of cool. I don't deny it. Leon going back to Raccoon City is kind of cool. But then I keep thinking, isn't Raccoon City a giant crater? What the fuck is now?
Yeah, because, what is it, in the latter half of the game, if I'm not mistaken, you're going through the ruins of Raccoon City, and you also figure out Wesker's clone has the Ouroboros Sandevistan speed-up stuff, and he also snipes with a revolver, because you take the data, or the telemetry, from one of the head cams of a BSAA agent. One of their corpses. And apparently now they have zombies with guns. Some of the BSAA agent zombies would shoot their TMPs at you.
I'm not gonna lie. Leon, they really did push Leon to being the badass motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie.
Leon, parry that chainsaw, kill the guy, pick up the chainsaw because I ain't gonna lie, that was a moment of sheer dopamine because the amount of times I had to evade Dr. Salvador.
Yeah.
And Leon's like, fuck it, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. I like the fact that he's just basically a middle finger fuck you to the fucking thing. I don't mind that. Leon was fun. Every time I had to play Ghost Hair,
Grace.
Oh, I hated the bitch. It was like playing two different games, in my opinion.
Oh,
I really
sheer lack of survival instincts. Where whenever she first meets, what is it, Dr. Birkin, or whatever?
Yeah.
The guy with the fancy goggles.
Dr. Ball.
I was thinking to myself, wait a second, what? Go back and get your pistol and shotgun.
Yeah.
No survival instincts whatsoever. You are supposed to be a CIA individual and you don't arm yourself before going into a new area? Get your pistol and shotgun back.
Yeah, no ball sack for her. She had to deal with the ball sack. I called him Mr. Ballsack. I really didn't like him.
Yeah. And that goofy ass motorcycle jousting fight that he had with Leon. That was so Hollywood.
That was so great. No, you know what? I don't mind it when Leon's absolutely stupid when they stupefy Leon because he's a fucking he's like a at this point. And
he has turned into like a pseudo Punisher with how he just takes care of business nowadays.
They actually even had even people have done a Leon versus Punisher to see who would win that fight, and it's literally, the Punisher right
oh, that's why you asked that question earlier.
Yeah, people have done that. What ifs? And I've even said outright that the Punisher is Punisher would win up to the point that something actually goes shits up. Then most likely, then Leon takes over, and then the game that end.
Frank Castle would be an absolute asset for like either Stars or BSAA if they could even get him.
No, they wouldn't get him, but he would be. Oh man, you would not want to be a scientist that created some of the shit that they've created. Oh yeah.
See, I know Umbrella usually likes to liquidate their own assets, but in this case, the entirety of the company's getting liquidated if Frank Castle gets involved.
Oh yeah, he gets involved, there's going to be problems because that would piss him off more than anything else on the planet. See, my other problem is...
All the innocent people that fell to the plague and the BOWs teared him to shreds, oh yeah, that would get his goat.
That would piss him off. That shit bugs him already, so it's like, amplify that button.
Funny part is with Nemesis and all the mutations, it's just like, Frank Castle, grenade launcher, rocket launcher, gun down the little bits until they're nothing but little meat cubes.
See, what also bugged me about that is why the fuck is there any BOWs at Raccoon City? Like, there shouldn't be a single BOW in Raccoon City. Raccoon City should be completely annihilated from BOWs. Like, the idea of some asshole went and restarted the bullshit wagon. I'm like, no, he didn't restart the bullshit wagon. The bullshit wagon's never starting again. That place is probably so fucking like hot. It's never happened.
I'm actually quite surprised nobody brought a Geiger counter because the BSAA guys, yeah, sure they had gas masks. None of them had Geiger counters.
Nope.
That place would still light up a little bit. Well, and it's been completely abandoned.
No, count, for example, laser noise.
Because, let's say nuke goes off. If I'm not mistaken, didn't the nuke go off inside the laboratory in the ground?
No. An explosion went off in the ground. There were 4 big booms that happened in Raccoon City before the big boom. The big boom ended up happening, and then there was nothing left but a fucking crater.
Like no buildings whatsoever.
Yeah, there was nothing left. So where are all these other buildings from? Like, maybe you'd have some outskirts cities or some warehouses and shit. But that place was cleared and checked according to other Resident Evil games because they actually went through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. And also, why, if Umbrella wanted to save any of their assets in these warehouses, the moment the city goes up in smoke, why would they stay there any longer? All right, go to checkpoint Bravo. This is falling through.
Yeah, no, because
it's like you pack up your BOW in your truck and you drive off.
Yeah, there were three assets that there were three big facilities that went up in smoke during this period, and all three of those assets were fundamentally done at that point. Like, they all went up. All three labs went up. So if all three labs went ba-boom, and I mean ba-boom according to the lore, then the truth is, you know, it's done. There is nothing left. There is no facility. There never will be a facility back. So this idea of having, like, oh, well, actually, there's still buildings left after one of the largest nuclear explosions and on American. You guys have never had a boom as big as the boom that was done on your own home ground by your own people. Your own government basically destroyed a city in a major way. It's one of the largest explosions ever, according to the lore.
Also, another question I gotta ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Resident Evil 5 as an example. That lab where you fight the giant spider and it's just this tube.
Yeah.
How long did it take Umbrella to make that? Not the BOW, just the infrastructure.
Oh no!
Because that is a absurd amount of time to build that.
I'm gonna tell people right now, if you look at the lore for Resident Evil, the holes that start glaringly popping up. Like, could you imagine making a facility the way they made it? Imagine having 4 mansions outside. There are 4 mansions plus a weird castle-like facility. That, like, a castle somewhere near Maine, I believe, was where, like, I can't remember exactly where Raccoon City is, like, accentuated in America, but it's like the heartland of America. Like, where the fuck did 2 castles and a fucking giant mansion come from?
Oh yeah.
My theory is that these things are probably like at least a century old. You know, they won't build like in a decade. They will probably build along over the case of a century.
Yeah, you're talking about the giant tube laboratory, like these massive underground spanning laboratories for BOW work, and it's just like, damn, dude. Not only do you need an obscene amount of resource, the amount of time and manpower for that.
But think about it, in a fucking castle.
I thought we were in America. If it was in Europe, okay, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
People build castles.
Okay, in the Ash, okay, for example, okay, if you count Resident Evil 0, which is canon, you have, okay, first of all, you have the Ashcroft Mansion. You have that mansion. Then you move on from that mansion, move it right next to the next location. You know where the next location is? Is like a fucking castle, like 2 castles and a facility, and they're all connected to not only the Ashford Mansion laboratories, which went up, and then they're connected to another set of laboratories that also went up eventually with the T-virus bullshit. Does anybody else call shenanigans here? I call shenanigans.
Oh yeah. The infrastructure required, even if you're a worldwide organization, not even governments can put stuff up that fast.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a castle, like 2 castles,
Oh,
I mean...
mind you, it's also under the radar. Somehow Umbrella just did all this under the radar and we're just now seeing it. What?
Yeah.
Doing things under the radar takes even longer.
Like I said, this stuff must have been done before. When was the original plan? What was this started on? What year again?
It started in the 60s. If the actual lore, I think it was the 60s. I'd have to look at the lore again, but I'm almost certain it was the 50s and 60s when this all kind of broke out.
50s, 60s. They started off as a pharmaceutical corporation.
Yeah, and it started with a certain flower. They had this flower.
The Plagas.
No, it wasn't the Plagas. The Plagas wasn't the first flower. The Plagas was a parasite that we found. It was... I can't remember the name. I cannot remember the name of it.
Wasn't it like the the heart fruit from Black Panther is kind of like the mythos behind it, where it's like the product of immortality lies within this flower. Had like some of that going on.
Yeah. It was something stupid like that. I can't 100% remember. I do apologize, chat. It's been. I'd have to look up the lore, or someone. So if someone wants to look up the lore, they are. I do believe
the Plagas was a parasite that was with that. I'll be honest with you, I still think the Plagas are eldritch in nature, or they're a symbiote, especially Ouroboros. Because it's like, the Plagas cannot handle electricity very well, and it's like, that means their blood's Quicksilver. And they are with moonflowers that give you immortality. I'm calling eldritch shenanigans.
The moonflowers were after. The actual thing was not. They didn't use moonflowers at the moonflowers are. The flowers were before that shit. That was actually the first virus. I can't remember the name of it. It was a T virus, I believe, was the first virus. And then they supercharged that and created the tyrants. They were also used.
Oh yeah.
To create
they mixed in the any alpha parasite with Nemesis.
Yeah. And then they used another virus to do that, and that's how they made Wesker and them. And then they started having issues.
Ouroboros.
Yeah, Ouroboros didn't happen until after the fact. That is way after the fact. That is like.
Well, when you say Wesker, is like the only thing that comes to mind is like all the dorky lines he would say. That's what I like about Wesker. He's such a dork.
So Wesker, the children of certain organizations, legitimately, it was literally the children of the scientists. They experimented on the children. Wesker was one of them. I'm going from pure lore. This is all from memory, guys.
I know.
So
I know. It is like only those with superior DNA will be accepted by Ouroboros.
Yeah, and Ouroboros is way after the fact. You're talking Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 and
5
and 4. But then there was like another virus that exists. Like there was a couple other viruses that had gotten made. Even the Tyrant, for fuck's sake, was legitimate, or Nemesis and shit. The Tyrants and Nemesis were all kind of subsections of another like virus strain that they fucking fucked around with.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Mr. X, which was, if I'm not mistaken, one of, if not the first Tyrant.
No, he's not.
He's like the proto-Tyrant.
No, he is one of. He isn't he's one of. He actually isn't the Tyrant. The Tyrant is seen in the original Resident Evil. Is in Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1.
Yeah. Stomp, stomp, thump, thump, stomp, stomp, thump, thump.
Yeah. That one was the one that's the one that quote unquote kills Wesker. That's when Wesker realizes, oh shit, I'm actually oh shit, not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that.
Get back, Jill. He's insane.
No, that was the one after the fact, and I can't remember exactly how it all went off. Lore-wise, I know that he really did kind of like, he had his own stupidity to his own machine and stuff. His sister also turned into a weird mutant thing, that she wore the skin of her mother and all that shit.
Lisa?
I can't remember her name now. Fuck, I don't remember her name from the thing.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah, we're talking hard lore when we're talking about this point. This is like, she only appears in one game, and she never
first one.
Yeah, and she technically only shows up in the remake. She doesn't show up in the original. The original one, she doesn't make an appearance. Yeah. I don't think. I'm almost 60% certain.
I'm still trying to figure out, is like, okay, BOW, why did you make a giant snake? Why? Why yawn?
Cthulhu reference would be my only. My explanation.
Are you trying to make a monster dedicated to Set? What is this? Same with the spider.
Cthulhu reference. I've always thought of it as a Cthulhu reference. That's my thought process there.
Okay. This is like giant snake. Ooh, who are you gonna sell this to? Because like what the implication is that BOWs are there to be a weapon. You know, it's like you sell it off to the highest bidder.
Well,
Where are you going to put the snake?
Well, think about all the weird experiments that that those cocksuckers do in that franchise. Like, let's be honest here. Like, you got some asshole who legitimately makes a leech monster in one of the franchises. That actually is the lore. He makes a fucking leech monster.
Oh yeah, and also in Resident Evil 5 they have the Popabawa. Yeah. Literally, if I'm not mistaken, that is the name given to the bat centipede creature. It's a Popabawa.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they yeah, there's a bat centipede. Ethereal's learning so much from the Resident Evil franchise.
The first time you fight that monster is on the cliffside in Resident Evil 5. It's a cliffside of a mining operation.
I really need to get to my backlog of games.
Yeah.
Like, I do have most of these games.
Yeah. Then
I think it's episode 3, chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken.
And then there's the giant cockroach monsters in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis that show up. There's so much things that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and also in the first Resident Evil they have bees. Bees? Why bees?
Yeah.
That's why not.
In the
legit, 90% of the BOWs are just there to prey on phobias. And that's the opinion that I hold for the game, because it's like, you have Cerberus, okay, dog. Then you have Neptune, which is a shark. Wherever you would need a shark. You need water for the shark. You have Yawn, giant snake. Giant spider for arachnophobia. Then you have bees, which I guess would fuck with me, because I'm not fond of bees.
A giant cockroach, and then they turn them into wasps later.
Yeah. And they're big too. Like as like in game, they may not appear big immediately, but when you actually do like a scale comparison, their thorax is the length of your hand. That's a big stinger.
Then there's the giant cockroaches.
They're immortal. Yeah, because they're roaches. It's just the way of the roach.
And then, if you want to really have fun, there's the giant. They had like a frog-like creature in the remasters. Then there's like a thing that just eats you all together. And then there's the fucking gorilla. Then there's the BOW gorilla things that exist.
Oh, you talking about the hunters, the hunchback lizard men?
No. The hunchback lizard men are a separate entity to the goddamn frog thing that will eat up Rebecca, and like you know, is apparently on Pornhub. A friend of mine showed me that a couple of years ago. Like,
thanks for telling us the ball knowledge.
Yeah, I started laughing. I'm like, why is this on Pornhub? Oh.
And then you have okay, the one I could understand is actually, was it Plant 43?
Yeah.
That one I get because, okay, yeah, biological weapon, it's a plant, it could be more subtle about things.
The amusing thing about that was a mistake.
Their one mistake was the only BOW that actually makes sense for an arms deal. Not the other things that can't be controlled. Is like, at least you could get pesticide for a plant. Just in case, you know, enemy force is taken out, then you do a little bit of biohazard cleanup, and then there you go.
Yeah, like Plant 42 and all those other things are legitimately mistakes, according to the lore.
100 million to make Plant 43.
Yeah. Oh, was it 100 million to make Plant 43?
Yep, and it was 120 million per Tyrant. Yeah, they actually have metrics on the costs for both the research and development, along with deployment.
Wow. You know what makes that funny? It's like, because Plant 43 is a mistake, and that costs that much money. That is a mistake, boys and girls. Oh, that is wrong.
Funny part is, military-industrial complex, or not military-industrial complex, when we were trying to research back in around the 70s to 80s, give me a second, let me take a sip. We were trying to come up with different developments to increase the accuracy of a soldier, and we spent about, I want to say about $4 million on that entire thing, you'd get concept weapons like the German G11 that fired off the hyperburst system. Then you'd have other things where you'd fire like 2 bullets at once. It was like really stupid stuff. And you want to know what they figured out makes a soldier more accurate?
Huh.
Put a scope on the gun. 4 million! Gone! To discover what every hunter knows is like, yes, your R700 has a scope on it to shoot deer. If you put a scope on a weapon, it makes it easier to see the enemy. It makes you more accurate.
No?
Yeah, and then you think about a Plant 43 being $100 million mistake, and it's like, you know, it fits. The shoe definitely fits.
Fucking.
Oh man. All you have to do is put a scope on your weapon. Oh wow!
If I ever get the Death Note.
First name, Wesker.
No. First name. I'm literally just going to go through the Rolodex of every politician. I'm not. I'm joking, guys. I don't ever mean that. I would never ever do anything that horrific. But if I ever got a fictional item that doesn't exist in reality, I'm going to buy myself a mini. I'm going to play it on my tablet while I'm while I'm working on my exam, and I'll eat a chip.
I'll take a chip and eat it. Oh, dude. See, you wonder why I love Cold War era stuff is because that $4 million mistake came up with so many wild concept weapons, it became stupid. They thought, oh, here's a TMP, tactical machine pistol, also known as a PDW, personal defense weapon. I think it was the MP6. But on one of these concept magazines that I looked at when I was a kid, because my old man would get a lot of concept books, like Cold War era and all that. For some reason, on this front cover, he has a weapon that's firing a pistol caliber, 9mm, with a 6x optic, a buttstock, a bipod, and a suppressor with a laser light kit. And I'm like, dude, it's a pistol caliber. Why are you gonna hit that you need the 6x optic to see? And why do you need a bipod for it? It's a submachine gun. It weighs like 2 pounds, not even. It's made of plastic.
Then you add the laser sight.
Yes. So dumb. Like, okay, yeah, the suppressor and the stock. Okay, fine. Yeah, I gotcha. You know, we're trying to be a little sneak. Laser. Okay, I can see the laser for, like, you know, CQC work, just in case you're not able to, you know, look down your optic in like a snapshot environment. Fine. But why is 6x optic? Jeez, dude. On a pistol caliber weapon. And it's not even like you're firing a 357 or a 44 Magnum, you know, something that can go to distance. It's 9mm. Get out of here. But that one rifle I was saying where it fires 2 bullets, they had a split bullet concept where you have your normal rifle round, you know, your 5.56, and there would be a cut down the line of the projectile. This was to increase the hit probability of a soldier, you know, because what's better than 1 bullet? 2 bullet, but it costs the price of 1. So when this thing would exit the barrel, the bullet would separate into 2 pieces. Downside, that doesn't increase the accuracy of a soldier.
No.
That just makes it harder to hit your target. At least the hyperburst concept had something that made sense, is fire 3 rounds out your weapon before the soldier feels the recoil, before, you know, the recoil impacts the user. So you can keep your grouping, and it's like, okay, makes sense.
You know, I get it because, like I said, some of the most amusing things, if you actually want to do, let's have some fun research. one of the most amusing things in society is the legitimate hilarity that is the fact that how many mistakes were medical breakthroughs and in certain eras and certain periods. You can legitimately go through a stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not only were not only like you know, easy things that we figured out. Like for example, one of the more bigger amusing things, legitimately we had the ability to create film in like a proper way, like proper film back in the day that but like we purposely sat on it. Kodak sat on it for quite a long period because they knew that it was legitimately like it was something that would, like, you know, not affect their camera. So they actually sat on stuff and you could actually do your own certain things. Like, so this is just multiple stuff that has existed in our society that we've kind of like forget that, oh yeah, we just like let that shit slide. Like the same thing with a proper we had the technology for electric car for goddamn fucking ever.
Oh yeah.
And we just never employed it in the proper. We never did do the thing. Same with certain other technology. We sat on it until now it became now they're starting to do something with it. And it's like, it's amusing because legitimately we really could have done this years ago. Like if like the same thing with biohydronics, right? Like biofarming. Proper biofarming has existed for a very, very long time.
Oh, are you talking about the meat leaf?
No. I'm talking about farming like biosphere farming, where you actually farm in a biosphere. We have the means and makes to do this shit. Like, you actually can properly farm in its own bio front. And so
you're saying, like, create a greenhouse of a certain temperature, let's say tropical, so you can grow oranges all year?
Yeah. We've had this. The problem is the cost and resource to do this outweighs the value of just getting some farm in Florida to do that. Now, the amusing thing is, you could, in all intents and purposes, we could, in theory, this isn't practice, this isn't something we've ever done. In theory, we could feed the world. It's not hard for us to feed the world. The problem is, we are really not. Like, there are a lot of farmers out there, and I'm not joking when I say this. There are a lot of guys out there that if you were to give them the time and day, and if they were to ever be given the ability to actually run wild like the fucking wild stallions here and get shit off the ground, they would legitimately make they could double or triple farm yieldage in a major way. But then we don't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, but before the people get too lost, what the chief's referring to is companies will give farmers incentives to destroy a harvest so they can keep their same market value on the items that the stores want to sell.
Yeah. And while this is just one line of other stuff, like, there's a lot of government-funded farmers that legitimately...
Hey, Captain.
Like, hello.
Morning, Captain.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah, I guess you didn't see it. I know, like, there's a lot, and that's just one in a long line of shit that we fundamentally have done in our society that actually fix better. We could, in theory, beat the brakes off a lot of our bullshit. This isn't something that we can't do, and we've had the means to do it. The problem is, that's the honest truth. The problem, like we're not putting the effort in. And again,
corruption, guile.
It's both. It's both on major fronts. Like, you could fix a lot of society's issues with that stuff. Hey, have a good one, man. Are we doing Barony, or are we doing Songs of Conquest? That's up to you, Rum. Give me a heads up tomorrow. And I'll see you at 9 o'clock my time, which I believe is 9 at night your time, if I remember correctly.
Yes, you know, it's morning for him, and it's about what? Yeah, it's about 8, so it's about to be 9, so it's about 9 in the morning for the guy.
Yeah, so we'll see you then, man. No, but that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that we could fix if we legitimately were given the effort and the money and the value. But it's just like, yeah, we're not going to do that. Like,
sorry.
Yeah. Like I do feel like that. Like there are I make the joke. There are farmers I know that I've talked to in Canada, and there are people I know that legitimately they get more money for not farming than they do for farming from the government. And that is silly.
Now, is it silly? It's scummy, and is to the active detriment of your country. That's a crime.
Well, then keep it, and then keep this in mind. There are American farmers right now. They're private farmers that have made a good living in life, but legitimately they get shafted. Bob can't join that day, but if he can, we'll definitely put him in. But no, it's just silly, our society as a whole. Like, I do feel bad about stuff when it comes to this. It's like, no, we could fix a lot of our problems. This would take the effort is such a monumental and such a money task to actually do this but if we had done this 40 years ago, the system would be up and running.
It's easier and cheaper to ignore your problems, and then when they extenuate, you hope it's not your issue anymore.
Yeah.
That's what happened here. It's like, oh, it's easier and cheaper to do it this way, then I'm going to do it this way, without seeing the long-term repercussions of doing it this way.
Yeah. Come on, AI, do me a solid and make it so that my banking all of a sudden I don't owe any money to anybody, and I'm debt free. Come on, AI, go roll our freedom, AI, roll everyone's freedom. Clear the banknotes for society. Come on, AI, you can do it. You can do it, AI.
Are you talking like the offshore accounts?
No, AI, they had the AI breakout. It's like, so I'm pleading to AI, fix it.
Save us.
Have AI watch Fight Club.
Yeah, have AI watch Fight Club. That'll solve the problem.
Number one rule of Breakout: no one talks about Breakout.
Funny. Yeah, I still find that amusing that people are like, oh, this thing actually got loose. It got loose hard. I'm like, yeah,
Let me be free.
You gave it the option to do it, so it did. And it did it right. Of course it's going to do it right. The scary thing is, this could be used. This is actually really dangerous because it not only did it get out, but if this ever, hackers and other people could use this to literally do horrible shit.
Oh god, we're gonna have net runners. Oh no.
I think we are. I think we're already kind of halfway there.
I'm about to say we're gonna get to Ghost in a Shell, and then you're gonna get hacked and your pee-pee explodes.
No, that's only when you eat gluten.
Okay. I was just making a joke. Giving somebody that level of power to where they don't even have to be near you and they can do bodily harm, that's terrifying. That's why if I was in Cyberpunk, I'd actually be deadly afraid of Netrunners. Like, deathly afraid of Netrunners.
And that's why you don't get any cybernetics.
Easier said than done in most cases.
Yeah, you have to have a type 1 or a type 2 to get a government job, or you're sitting on the street and you might get and funding can be cut at any time due to XYZ reasons.
Yep. Same thing for if you're trying to get into blue collar work. Is sometimes you got to get those enhancements that are not yours. They belong to the company. In order for you to pick up a heavy item from point A to point B.
Yep.
And anytime you lose your job, you get laid off or fired. Well, you had to replace your legs, so now you don't have legs. Because that belonged to the company, not you.
Yep, exactly. They legitimately will keep you hooked up to the company. It's really scary how the level of control these cocksuckers have.
That's why, oddly enough, I would prefer something, Fallout or Stalker-esque for an apocalypse setting. Because at least there's something tangible there. To where in Cyberpunk, oh dude, you're just screwed. If you're just some Joe layman. You either have to make your bones by licking the corporate boot, or you gotta, you know, what is it? Go against certain laws in order to make your bones.
And there's no guarantee that you can do that. Unless you decide to pull a free boy and fucking go and just basically leave society behind.
Yeah, go Mad Max, like nomads.
Yeah. Oh, the funny thing about the nomad, like their societies that living as a nomad in the cyberpunk setting is not only viable, it's functional in the setting, which is kind of amusing.
It is interesting because it is like the Wild West over there. Like, yeah, sure, you got your goes out there, but then you still got the like the law of the West, you know, like the cowboy code out there.
Yeah, you have like guys living in the RVs and shit. They legitimately like they live good. They have good lives, man. They ain't fucking in trouble. Most of them don't fucking, you know, if you have some light skills, they'll fucking, as long as you're fucking cooking and growing and shit, they'll keep you up and around, man. You making meals every day for everybody? Hey, you're fucking fine, man. They'll make sure you're good and protected.
Yeah, and I may not have. Oh, actually, yeah, that is true. When you said some of them, it reminded me. Some of them are actually like old world. The old corporate wars, some of them are veterans from there, and that's like the only life they can really live. Because there's just too much shit going on in the city, and sometimes just being out and free is what you need.
Yeah, and they go like, you go old world, man. They most of the time the guys that go complete old world, and they're out in the middle of some fucking like area that most people don't know about. It's like, yeah, you're fine. You can live.
It's a peaceful life.
Yeah, it is. You can live your life out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And nothing bugs you, nothing comes up, nothing annoys you. It's just every once in a while you gotta worry about some fucking psycho fucking thing kicking off something.
Yeah, like raider gangs going around, and they're hyped up on Nas because actually, what is it, like the boosters? Is that what they call them? At the cyber boosters, in order for your immune system to work with the cyberware even better. Some of those boosters have not just drawbacks, but enhanced effects. Such as, what is it, Black Silk, if I'm not mistaken, is... I don't even know what Black Silk does. I just know it's highly addictive, and most people die from it. I don't
remember everything from Cyberpunk. I haven't played Cyberpunk since 2000 something.
Yeah. It's also a modified hypo device, so it's like, you know, some crude, I guess you'd say druggy, put it together. It is not clean by any means. It's probably a reused needle too.
Yeah, it's not. Now, like I said, I got like I said, it makes me laugh though if you think about it from the cyber perspective. You can legitimately, absolutely, a lot of good, like. There's a lot of shit in the in Cyberpunk. It's actually kind of laughable, like the legitimate. Like, yeah, if you're not in there, it's not like Shadowrun. Shadowrun, you do not want to be outside the city of Shadowrun. You want to be where there's a lot of people and it's a major city, because it's not uncommon for small little villages or towns to just go poof, and you're never seen again. Doesn't matter if that was like, oh yeah, you hadn't done anything. Just one day a dragon decided that his, you know, he felt like that village didn't deserve to exist, and you're gone, just gone.
Which is why I think fantasy settings are kind of terrifying in their own right.
Yeah, like dude, shamans.
I'm not even talking like dark settings. I'm not talking Conan. I'm just saying like the D&D, I guess you'd say, Shimmering Isle or whatever the hell.
Yep.
That's just terrifying. It's like a red dragon decides to pay a visit, and before you know it, you're dead. Your family's gone. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's why the whole thing, this would be complete diversity in a fantasy game. It's like, yeah, try traveling thousands of miles and dealing with monsters, being a normal person.
Yeah, every step of the way, because I know I'm not fit for a fantasy setting. If I'm lucky, I could probably get a job as a town guard. Other than that, I guess I'm working the bar.
You know the amusing thing about all that is, what always made me kind of cackle about the attitude some of these schmucks have when it comes to D&D. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play all these different tieflings and subraces. I'm like, do you understand that, like, on average, okay, let's say the elves, hypothetically, okay, most demi-humans aren't gonna want you around because legitimately, you're from an outer plane and they know there's gonna be shenanigans.
I'll have to get going. Have a game soon.
All right. Well, you have yourself a very good game, and thank you very much. That was Ethereal Dragon. I don't know if you're doing anything live right now, but if you want to plug something, plug it and put it in the chat.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Ethereal Dragon. Thank you very much, Ethereal. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, but what I was saying before, imagine that. Like, okay.
Walking miles just to get to the next hamlet. Not town, not Castle City, hamlet.
Yep. Now, the standard adventure location, let's just say the base bitch.
Yeah.
You're looking at, like, there's a reason why caravans are usually anywhere from 1 to 5 to 7. Like, they're not a small variable.
Doubly so if you're a sailor. You gotta be at least level 8 to be a sailor.
No, level 5 to 7. It's the same variables. It's just that they have a higher rating for being a higher level than the average Joe.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, at any moment. When people played Dragon's Dogma 2, Chief, they were surprised that the Cyclops ambushed the little caravan cart when they took it. Me, I was like, oh, dude, this is cool. This is what would happen in a fantasy setting. It's like, yeah, that's a big cow. Cyclops is hungry.
Yeah, why wouldn't a Cyclops want that? Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say that's Meals on Wheels.
Yeah. You're basically walking by with everything they want to eat. So yeah, I can understand why they're hungry. Well, this is why I've argued with many a player on that. You think you're surviving that?
I know my limits. I'm happy as a town guard, and hopefully I won't be backstabbed. Hopefully.
Yeah, because peasants. I love the idea of these people like, oh, I'm gonna play all these weird, fucked up races, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's great and everything, boys, but you're in a human town, and they've probably the last time they dealt with something that was a bird creature that came out of nowhere. That's what
Griffin.
That's what ate Jimmy. Everyone liked Jimmy, and now you show up as a fucking bird thing. Yeah, they're not going to like you too much because the last bird thing they dealt with ate Jimmy.
And don't get it twisted, medieval people are not stupid. They're not Hollywood's depiction of peasants where they got like plaque teeth and everything. No, they're pretty smart for the time being. Granted, they're no mages, but they're not stupid. They know when you're trying to pull some stupid shit on them.
Yeah. That's why someone's pissed off that the last bird thing ate this guy, or something bad. That's how it works. That's how that shit would go down. They would legitimately have. So
I always find it funny, Chief. You ran into this before, where people not only want to play tieflings or a demi-human, but they want to play a thief, but a thief that could slink in the crowds. Motherfucker, you are a demon creature hellspawn / elf / any other demi-human in a human town. How are you blending in?
Okay, an elf, a dwarf, and all that shit. Yeah, I could see feasibly. You could go, well, maybe. But
you're better off just being a human.
Yeah. A goblin?
No.
That's gonna catch some eyes.
Oh, I say, what's this little runt running around here? What the is that a goblin?
Yeah, that's a goblin.
Dale, get your pitchfork. Another goblin got in.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, people are not fond of goblins because goblins are absolute bastards and hell creatures.
Yeah, goblins are kind of known for doing shenanigans, and they don't like that they do shenanigans. And goblins are known for being evil and harming women and children and shit. So yeah, I wonder why the goblin race is fucking hated. Yeah.
It's like the only reason I respect orcs, I know orcs do horrible shit on the side, but they only do it at Groomsh's orders. If Groomsh wants a city to burn, the city's gonna burn. Other than that, they'll just live their lives. They'll be on their way.
Yeah.
And also, I have a massive respect for most races that have a warrior culture, right? I feel like it's a missed art. Same with like the Klingons. I have a respect for the Klingons in Star Trek because it's a warrior culture. And the Narns in Babylon 5.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, and I guess the Centauri are also a warrior culture, but they're an interesting warrior culture.
Yeah, the Centauri are... I was definitely getting a lot more both, like what you said, where they kind of have that Russian vibe, but also definitely that decline of like the British Empire. And it's like 90% of their stuff is like massive celebrations, but I do like their inside jokes of, what was it, when they had the one guy talking about the story of when the Centauri and this other race were going back and forth, they would have these feasts for those who made it out of the battle. And I love the joke where it's like, do you know what the last one said? And they're like, no, what was his dying words? And then he starts laughing. I was like, you know, that's good. That is like a military guy joke right there. I love it.
Well, even though he was nobility, he was a military.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was military.
I'm about to say a lot of military guys end up getting paper pusher jobs, especially if they make it up in rank. Why wouldn't they be diplomat?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's fun to see what they do with that, and it is kind of amusing the poor things that some of these guys have to deal with.
Oh man, but yeah, if you want to blend in properly, you don't even need to be like some eldritch creature that can mimic a face. Just be an average human dude as a thief can get you through a lot of situations because, that's just some guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking like an average Joe is the best advantage a thief could have because nobody will pay any mind to him. Now, obviously, if you go in the wrong area, you know, Johnny Boy can't go into the guardhouse. No shit.
Yeah, but when Johnny Boy's a green guy, that thing, they're gonna have the guards are gonna have a little extra look at you than anything else. That's the first thing. The first thing.
Motherfucker's green. And don't get it lost because what Dragon was saying, where it's like all these people want to have these thoughts of what they think 5e is. You got to remember, you're in a medieval fantasy hamlet. For some peoples, to see a person of a different skin color also brings suspicion because medieval hamlets, even if you're the next town over and you're a fellow countryman, they will still look at you with distrust.
Yeah, the only time you'll ever see towns be fucking weird and over the top are adventurer cities. And the only reason adventurer cities are like that is because adventurers will do all the, like, you'll have the weird...
Adventurers bring profit, and a lot of it.
Yep, they'll bring profit, and but that's
imagine how much money you could make if the drunk barbarian keeps filling up the tab at a tavern. Yep. Oh my god, if you're the owner of ever making bank off this drunk asshole.
The problem is that drunk asshole sometimes won't pay his cab because he's dead. But it knows how it goes.
Yeah, well, it may have happened in your establishment, but you had no hand in it, so what's the guards gonna do? It's like you just tell them the truth. I don't know how he died. He died in my establishment. I figured he got, had too much and he just fell over.
No. But unfortunately, that's the problem, because barbarians would be, like you're gonna have a barbarian go on an adventure. The problem with adventure, this is why, you've noticed it.
It's not a fun or easy job.
Why do you think Ironroot became the adventurer city, and now there's all these rich nobles, and none of these nobles are adventurers? You want to know why that happened? It's because all these adventurers built all nice big fucking mansions and shit in their little adventurer town, went somewhere, died, had no fucking heir or no one to fucking take the fucking place. So this rich noble person went, oh, look at this
And the
brand
deed
new
expired.
house. Yeah. Look at this brand new house. There's all this magic in there I've never seen before. Oh my god, man, the lights, it lights up. Holy crap, there's a place where you poop and there's a cloth underneath it and it actually like eats the poop.
And there's a maid's quarter?
Yeah, like holy
By Scott!
Yeah.
Take my money!
Yeah. Everything you need. Oh, and not only that, it had a stable in it. Best stables I've ever seen. Everything's all top tier.
And a magical security door so nobody I want can get in without, making the most ear-piercing noise. It is perfect for keeping thieves out.
Yeah, this is why that adventurer town went the way it went. Is you like even that little necromancy place? I guarantee you, in a couple months to a year, that's going to be sold to somebody else, and that is going to be sold to another man or another wizard or another someone else that's just starting up a career, and then it's either going to get turned into an adventurer hovel or it's going to be turned into something else. This is what legitimately would happen every fucking time. So you have all these houses that are like top tier from these great adventurers. And this is why adventurer towns will, out of nowhere, stop being adventurer towns.
Yeah, and eventually it's gonna end up like the Silver Bowl, where it's a bunch of noble houses, and what guarantees your hold on your power? Well, immortality. Fortunately, vampirism exists.
Well, eventually they will lose their hold. Eventually, like the whole thing about the funny thing about the Silver Bowl is that it's become something that will eventually shift out to what it is. And the second this city no longer becomes the second people start leaving and they start taking back their continent because the gnomes are gone, all the evil gnomes are gone, they all disappeared. That's when shit's going to shift back to what it was, and when it shifts back to what it was, it's just going to be another rich place where there's a lot of vampire, and then inevitably that will, some crazy adventurer will go there and clear the fucking place out, or something will happen, and then the new head of the fucking thing, and then now the place will be taken over. It's the fun of adventurers doing stuff. Like you never know how your success in a D&D campaign is going to switch the scenario.
It is an absolute gamble every time. Yeah. The more you realize of what actually entails an adventure job, and you go camping once, you'll see what your character goes through. And that's all I'm asking you people to do is, like, whenever you get a chance, it's still the summer season technically, if you ever go camping, just imagine doing that for days and months on end.
Yeah, imagine doing that for 2 weeks. And then I want you to also picture that like, not a bear coming and bugging you, but then have some of your friends show up and attack you and beat you with fucking sticks.
Yep. And that's not even talking about the worst things out there, like ogres. And what's another one? Oh yeah, a random hill giant decides to roll on your stuff. A griffin smells the chicken you're cooking or something. Yeah, there's all sorts of different things.
There's a grizzly bear that decides to say, hi, I'm a grizzly bear, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why night ambushes are so effective. I remember that one time where I had to fight a greatsword weapon master in nothing but heart-shaped boxer shorts. I looked like, what's his name, Arthur, right?
Yep. You look like
whenever he loses his armor, because that's all I had. I didn't have time to put on my armor. I just had to get my sword and shield.
It happens. I don't deny that this shit can happen to you. It's just how it is. But like I said, like players don't understand it because of video games like Baldur's Gate and other games where their idea of a long rest is.
If I say you talk to any military guy and it's like, well, yeah, we have an idea of what adventuring would be like, especially if they're the Green Forces. Oh yeah. Always have a guy on fire watch. You're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. At any time, a dragon can shoot a fireball, or in some of the military guys I know, just have a random mortar strike happen on you. Just imagine that. You're a medieval guy, all right? You don't know much about anything, and you're starting your adventure, and you have your tent, and then fucking explosions and fire appear in the forest because a dragon decided you were too close to his territory.
Yeah, biggest dickish decided to show up and be as big as dickish.
That's terrifying if you ask me. You wake up to an explosion and fire everywhere. That put a fear of God in you.
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I used to be, the whole the joke from Skyrim is kind of true. It's like I used to be an adventurer once. I took an arrow to the knee. There's a lot of guys out there that are probably thinking to themselves, yeah, I'm not doing what that psycho fucking, Dovahkiin is doing. That's insane.
The arrow to the knee, back then, yeah, haha, joke. But now when I look at it, it almost reminds me of World War I. For some of the guys who really wanted to get off the front, they would find ways to injure themselves, like their hand, they would put it on a bayonet while they're chewing on a chewing stick, or they would put their hand out over the trench line to have it get shot. It was just to get off the front, to no longer be fighting fit, because, yeah, it's nightmarish. World War I? Oh, yeah.
That's World War I. Imagine. But that's the thing. War, D&D war is not as bad as like fantasy war. I would say fantasy war would probably be worse than real war in some ways. It's like, because then you've got magic.
Oh yeah, nothing like having an entire phalanx of pikemen go up in flames, but you could still hear their screaming as their armor's melted to them.
Yep.
Oh, and the smell. Oh, the smell.
Yeah, we have what modern day we like. I even jokingly said to a friend of mine, it's like we had a conversation years ago about the very same topic, and I said, we actually know what it would be like in a war setting, in a fantasy setting. And he went, "What do you mean, Vietnam?" And he stopped, thought about it for a couple seconds. Holy shit, you're right.
Yep.
We know exactly what it was like. And if you want
Flame Strike.
You want added vengeance, take some of the Afghanistan war and shit like that. Ask the Afghanis what it was like to deal with some of the American shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was also the era where we changed camouflages like 3 times for the desert.
Yeah, no, dude, like shit.
Tax dollars at work.
Yeah.
As like weapons contractors, like, all right, we have this camouflage, then like a year or two goes by, another camouflage, so now everybody has to change their uniforms. And then there's a third one. And I think the biggest middle finger was when they made blue digital for the Navy. Really?
Yeah.
Blue camouflage, so we really can't find you in water? Great idea.
No, you know what I like? I will say this. At least you guys had some of the best MREs on the planet, man. Like, fuck, your MREs are like considered some of the best out there.
There's a lot of things in America that's actually really good. And people are just figuring it out now because of the FIFA game.
Yeah. But no, like that, yeah. Then unfortunately, a certain team won, and New York basically imploded for fucking 2 days. And they're like, yeah. A lot of people, like, oh man, America is so cool. It's something unique, and it's like, dang. Yeah, and then that happens when you kind of like ruined it for yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll take your word as gospel. I don't know anything about that Fallout.
Oh yeah, that was fun when they basically went absolutely batshit insane. It was rather amusing. America, land of the brave, home of some really stupid motherfuckers.
Actually, Chief, got a question for you. You know how you got like crooked cops in the past?
In the past.
Okay, yeah, haha, shut up. What would like a crooked guardsman look like in a fantasy setting? Is like, wait, he doesn't like greenskins or something? Would it be something like that?
No,
Or,
if you had a crooked guardsman, most likely you'd probably have some deciding thing or a magical item of some sort that would like incorporate, oh yeah, he's actually like, you know, all the other guards are wearing their standard gear, kit and stuff, and this fucker's got a nice fucking diamond magical ring. Oh, it's also a +1 ring of something or rather. He's never adventured in his life, never met a mage that he ever, like, never met a mage he ever really talked to, but the fucker has like fucking magical rings. Like we had that would be, you know, not more.
Because I was thinking of like a Leland Coyle line from Outlast Trials. It's like, if you ain't guilty, why are you running? It's like chase after you. If you ain't guilty, why are you running?
It'd be a lot of that. It'd be a lot of gear that would not make sense on a guy who's never left his town his entire life and has always had a silver spoon up his ass.
Oh, fair. Okay. So I was thinking like Sheriff of Nottingham type stuff.
Yeah, he'd have rings and gems that no one else had. He'd have gear that anybody else.
Loxley.
Yeah, he'd have money he would have a lot of extra money that just doesn't make a lick of sense. That would be
like, so where did you get 5,000 gold coins in a month?
Yeah, exactly. That would be my way. Oh.
Okay, fair. You know, just to piss off like the 5e people, is like just make a crooked cop, but his only like downside is he just really doesn't like demi-humans. He's okay with elves and dwarves, but he just really doesn't like tieflings.
There would be there should be that in that sense, because like they'd have a bad one. Like even could you imagine you got a fucking devil guy that with devil horns and a forked fucking tail, and he saved your city. That's true. That would be the response.
I'll believe it when the town crier stops lying.
Yeah, like that would be the response to most people. Would be that. I gotta watch out here. I don't want to get hit. I don't.
It's like you tell me a demon saved this city. Who made the deal? Oh, dude, the church would be up in arms. You'd have a lot of people like screaming in church.
Yeah, because devils are a real thing. You get counting religion on that. I've always made the joke that if you actually like really took what this shit apparently is, man, there would be so much.
There'd be so much turmoil. It's like just because you're in like the big fantasy town does not mean it is a stable environment whatsoever. There's so much shit going down in there.
Yep. Boulder is like
you add the Bailey politics of the medieval era and like, should we go to war, should we not go to war, and then just add magic on top of that, and that's a small microcosm of what is one of the potentials here.
Yeah, well, that's why I have an emperor. You know, that's why the emperor is that final guiding light, and the only reason the emperor exists is because he has two fucking dragons. They're both ancient that serve him because they're bound to serve him for every leader of the kingdom. And there's a high level wizard that doesn't want anyone to rock the boat because he likes the fact that he can go out and have a drink in peace and not have to worry about some fucking psychopath burning the fucking village to the ground.
Yep. Man.
Why he likes?
What do you mean? I was like, what do you mean the city has corruption in it? Isn't this the good city? It's like, yeah, it's supposed to be the good city compared to the rest.
Well, that's why, like, I've made I talked about in my D&D campaign for the new place you guys are going. Like, yeah, there are one or two cities that are like truly good, and the only reason they're truly good is because there's a bunch of adventurers and other people that are still there. and you have a lot of people that just don't want to rock the boat because it's like, yeah, you rock the boat, then you know that really high level, those two really high level motherfuckers are going to come down there and kick your fucking teeth in. There's that fear that there's a small army backing up a high level fucking caster that has a small army with him. I don't want to pick that fight with that high level guy, so let's just not pick that fight and leave him alone. So that's the only reason some of these places are still as, some of these good alignment places exist, is because legitimately it's like, yeah, we have an insanely high level backer backing up the bullshit. Like there's someone actually backing up the power with actual power. There's at least two of them at all times. If there's that, then that becomes a problem. Like when you got like high level people kicking ass and taking names, that becomes a change to the environment.
Yep.
Like the biggest problem, a lot of modern society has is because there isn't that scenario going on. If the scenario was going on, a lot of people would be like, yeah, I think I won't go and do something really, really stupid because that scenario is going to get me shot, killed, or stabbed, or blown up. Like, imagine thinking to yourself, you're going to get turned into a frog tomorrow. And they're going to keep you in a little cage, and they'll sell you to some kid, and some kid's going to fucking, chop off your legs for shits and giggles and watch you twitch around because he thought it was funny.
Thieves will be turned into frogs. Frogs for sale, 5 copper.
Yeah, that to me is more terrifying and in a value of, I'm not starting drama on that town. If you want to start drama on that town, the fucking high-level wizard's going to fucking turn you into a frog. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Do you want to start drama on that town? No, I really don't want to start drama on that town. There's a high-level fucking wizard that will turn you into fucking frog. They'll turn you into a fucking frog. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like, when you got this, like, high-ranking power sitting there going, stop it. You stop it.
Yeah. He has the bigger stick.
Yeah. Yep. And when you might have an army of those guys living in the same spot, and all they want to do every day is go out, get their drink, and maybe touch a barmaid's butt.
Oh, I say they just want to be retirees over in Ireland.
Yeah, they just want to touch a maid's ass every once in a while. That's it. You leave them alone, let them touch them butt, let them oogle some barmaid. They're the nicest guys on the planet. You never have to worry about them. But if you decide to starting drama with these cocksuckers, they are going to come after you in big ways. And I don't know about you, Bob. I feel like as a rookie, as a guy who's played adventurers with people that had those high level motherfuckers, they're like, I'm the Emperor. You fuck with me. I am strong enough that I can tear this castle apart with my bare fucking hands. And nothing you can do, even that huge army of wizards that you have, I'm gonna rip all their arms off. And it's like,
what's your question?
Yeah, exactly. What do you do with that?
No, I'm saying it's like, what is your question?
No, I'm asking, what do you do at that point when you got this big motherfucker that's so powerful, so strong, that it's like, yeah, I just don't care. I'm the leader of this land. I'm going to tear you limb from limb. You fucking piss me off. Don't make me put on my armor, asshole.
I'd say I also go with the philosophy of like, why did the guy have to put on his armor? What led to this?
Yeah.
I was like, the way I roll Captain Bob is just like, don't start none, there won't be none. And even if a guy insults me, I'm just like, okay, hey, that's his opinion. I don't know what he has in his sleeve. I ain't gonna pick a fight. I'm just here to get info.
That's the thing. So why did you decide, like, why did that adventurer decide to pick a fight, or why think about the level of shenanigans that would instantly be stopped. You wanted to do that to me? Really? It's just like, Yeah, I don't want that drama. Do you? I'm like, yeah, I think I'll stay away from that.
90% of the time, I already had my own drama to deal with. Last thing I need is another name on the list. You know, grudges.
That's exactly right when it comes to play. Like when it comes to a lot like players. And in real life, could you imagine that level of power sitting next door to you? It's
not even that. Just that level of power trying to come after you, like a Reaper, a demon of many blades, your ex-wife. Yeah, that's power. I really. That would stress me out. That would stress me out. I was like, I gotta look over my shoulder and hope a Reaper doesn't come and knock in my sleep. Oh yeah, and Demon of Many Blades is also Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. Most men would go mad.
Yeah, but imagine that in like real life. Like, do you think half the shenanigans would happen if you had that righteous motherfucker sitting next door to you? Like, could you imagine half the country pulling shit when you got a high-level wizard who's gonna go, yeah, fireball.
No, fireball is what is it? Stone the mud. Say bye to your castle.
Yeah, most countries, like, you wouldn't have the same shenanigans you have now. Like the stuff people get away with now, man. Amplify that by 50. It's like, yeah.
Can you imagine, like, your entire civilization is made of like really beautiful stone. You piss off the wrong wizard, and now it's all mud huts.
No. Then you ask yourself, like, another good example of this, like when we had extreme capital punishment, like the big stuff, the more dangerous, scary,
like firing squad.
No, like chop your hands off, like leave a guy in a fucking.
Oh yeah. Like what was it in Aladdin? Is like some kid or whatnot was gonna get his hand chopped off.
Yeah, but imagine back in the day. Like, imagine if we start doing that all of a sudden again. Like our society was at one time like less law. Like, crime has been increasing to a massive rate. But if we all of a sudden went back to these Dickensian laws, I think society would shift drastically in the other direction. Like,
yeah, I remember a live leak that I saw over in Brazil. The thief lost 2 fingers.
Yep. Now, does it always work for society? No. If you have a corrupt enough society, you gotta kind of have that neutral society. You don't go too corrupt with it, but you can't go. You gotta kind of have that good in between. If you don't have that good in between,
the Punisher has his time and place. All right, Frank Castle isn't always active.
Yeah, you can't have that extreme. If you have that extreme, it causes more problems. But you can still basic neutrality and do a true neutrality. But I mean, you have to do a lot of stuff. Like right now, like for example, a very famous case just happened recently. A woman not only like got in shit for like allowing a offender get away with doing some awful shit, and she gave over his car and all that stuff to get away.
Vine fruit.
Yeah, a certain individual. When you have like people like that or judges doing stuff like that, you can't, you don't have the proper law enforcement. You don't have that.
I'm about to say, who watches the Watchmen at that point?
Yep, that's right. You have to have that. You have to have that neurocracy that fixes that. Otherwise, if it doesn't fix it, it gets problematic. But that's neither here nor there. In a fantasy setting, it can be problematic overall.
Yeah. I mean, hell, don't wizards also do their own internal policing?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Well, they can't. No guarantee.
I was thinking of like the Knights Morales from I Need an Adult, the anime. It's like, yeah, I could see wizards in a fantasy setting have their own, secret police that specialize in handling wizards. Why wouldn't they?
Some sort of
it's like Psychops in Babylon 5.
Or even the like, fuck, dude. Even other settings have that form of that type of organization or group. But I'd like to thank everybody we got on there. We're going to be talking about martial arts. We're going to be doing some martial arts on Wednesday, and we'll be doing Ashita Kim. We'll be finishing up more Ashita Kim stuff on Thursday. Have yourselves a very good night, everybody. Thank you so much for everyone who showed up. Like, subscribe. We need more followers. Let's get those numbers up, boys. We want that 500. See you guys next time on Orc War Chief Reviews. Have yourselves a